welcome to D&D. I'm Nergy. I'll be your DM, and hopefully the cameras don't turn off because the fridge should be fixed. But who knows? Tonight we're playing a homebrewed campaign. We will be picking up from where we left off. If you missed any previous episodes, go back and check them out. And check out the shorts, because they've been doing pretty well. Good fun. Joining me at the table, we have some wonderful fellas. Over here we have...
Tegan, playing Varys Bark, the Drow Rogue.
And where are you passing?
What?
Which way are you passing? Oh!
I'm Stephen. I'm playing Curclicue Silverbeard, the half-orc paladin, who's currently on mute.
Oh, yeah.
Good fun.
I am Isaac, playing Gimrick Rocksplitter, the Dwarven Bard.
Dwarven Bird.
Clutter Kincaid, the Total Cleric, and I'll be playing Kyle, the Human Nerd. I can look at...
Don't look at me. I'm not your
But I'm
camera.
the character, so I don't know the cameras exist.
Cameras.
Truman Show.
That's what I like.
Exactly, yeah.
You're getting into character.
My immersion.
Also, I just want to say, that's a sentence I never thought I'd hear. The camera should be okay because the fridge is working.
Yep, we break all sorts of tropes here.
The production value is through the roof.
Cameras
Literally.
and fridges on at the same time. Mind blowing. I know. Right. Now I am quite sick. So if I sound nasally, that's because I am nasally. If I need to stop speaking at any point, I probably will. My throat will get super dry, and I don't have any drink here. Cool.
You need a...
Yes.
Solo,
that's right.
Mountain Dew.
Might go a solo, please.
Has a fertilizer.
Yeah.
It's
Fridge
like
is
it
on.
keeps things cold.
Got your milk. Got your milk.
I don't know if I need to thicken up anything going on right now. I apologise if I sniff and snort. There's not much I can do about it.
You don't want it thicker than a Snicker?
You know what? No.
You don't want it thicker than a bowl of oatmeal?
You.
D10. There's one
You're on
that
my
hard
naughty
college.
list.
Necrotic damage.
No, I was going to say you can have inspiration. Thank you for getting me a drink.
Oh. You.
I'm
And-
inspired.
I bring you love. When I watch that
I
back,
should have worn that t-shirt today.
you should have. Sorry. Go on, Kincaid.
Oh no, I was just talking to D&D Beyond.
Oh, okay. Of course.
I bring you love.
Better.
Yes, okay, go to my spells now.
Yes. Hello, computer. Hello. Hello.
Hello, computer. One critical hit, please.
I'll take
One natural 20.
You type Google into Google, breaks the
Can
internet.
break the internet.
Break.
Oh, let's let ASMR. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's that good.
Get it in ya.
What's it called? Mukbang.
Oh,
Content that you came here for.
Oh, I'm not gonna. Well, do it, but
No slurping.
I mean, for the right amount of views, I'm sure I can convince you.
Although,
but
If I go and get that,
pretty dedicated.
if I go and get that big bag of leftover Chinese food with all that sweet and sticky pork sauce,
we could
on
make
it through
some
your beard.
noises. We could make some noises and make some people sick.
I will project it.
Genuinely, before we start,
I feel like the mukbang audience would be into that.
I can't think of anything worse than listening and watching someone eat. That is
Well,
just
eat
like
that. Yeah.
that is just the worst thing I could think of watching. Well, not the worst, but it's up there.
It's
Yeah.
It's pretty high.
It depends on like the eating, because like I enjoy watching chefy type shows where they
Yeah.
get blah blah flavors.
Yeah, if they're talking about
analysis
flavour,
and
sure.
stuff, like,
Yeah,
but just
For
like,
those, yeah.
Yeah, where it's just like a mess.
Chew with your mouth closed.
Eaters and that sort of stuff. Like,
Yeah, and
Yeah, but
they're,
that's just funny.
they're not as bad.
They are way cleaner than that. Like they don't get shit in their beard or anything. Like they're fine.
The mouth smacking noises that just gets me. I just go, ugh, stop.
I think it was big in Korea because they have a big culture about like eating together.
Social eating, yeah, absolutely.
So, especially like during lockdown and stuff, when they weren't eating with people, they'd have it as a comfort thing.
Oh yeah,
But
And then all the Western ASMR freaks got on the train.
yeah,
like
all the
this is
tingle
not
heads were
good.
just like, ooh.
Ooh.
and then they turn it into eating like It was just eating food, and then it just turned into eating mass amounts of stuff.
Yeah.
And also
Yeah.
like bonkers food, like you know, just
Flying
drinking.
octopi and
Or
It just got very Americanized.
Yeah, I'm going to
And now we
drink
have
a
the
like
avocado.
10-gallon drum of
who has an actual OnlyFans. Don't look it up, kids.
If you want to see the jiggle jiggle,
If you
It doesn't fold.
definitely not.
He has folds.
all right, and back to D&D. Back to D&D.
You know what else folds? This forest around
Oh,
us.
yeah, it does.
Spooky.
Brought to you by.
Dead.
The hell is it?
Can you remember?
Stuff?
OnlyFans?
No, Battlefield
By
accessories.
Nick Ricardo's OnlyFans?
I don't even know who that is, and I don't want
Oh,
to.
you absolutely don't.
You need to know.
Okay.
Accessories.com.au.
/eating. Probably. Okay, last time on Nergling Ball Z, we meet our party in Glendoltha Forest, an ancient and enormous tree home. I was going to say forest, but I was
That's
like,
what that is what they call forest.
the home of tree. I may be a little loopy. I think it's the Chinese thing, let's be honest.
It's all that chili oil.
Chili oil, it's all in my beard, seeping into my brain. We had some interesting encounters with the natives that live in Glendoltha. More importantly, the Koya tribe tried to stop these guys from coming into the forest. However, they paid their price and became a part of the Koya tribe. Now, they have free passage within this forest, and there was a little tidbit that one of the Koya wanted to go and see some seers, get some information, but it's in a part of the forest that has not been visited in nearly 10 years. Now, you guys set off, had a little camp, and then last session, Ricky spotted a mofo unicorn, and he danced for it. It was great. It was magical.
What else do you do?
I don't know, but I'm dancing now. But it seemed to be... It wanted them to follow. Reasons unknown, although our resident unicorn whisperer...
What do you mean unknown? Reasons very
reasons believed to be known by Kincaid. They followed said unicorn, which also cured your madness temporarily
Just whilst I was within its radius.
whilst you were nearby. You pretty much traveled a full day in tow and followed it, and drank a whole bunch of mayonnaise, as you do every day. You came to some extremely tall grass, and your owl took a little nap, which did not help you scanning it out. You guys managed to get through the grass a few hundred meters at least. And when you came out the other side, you could see Wolfpine Citadel and the edge that defines the shallows and the deeps. You then made a little bit of noise and were heard. The grass itself seemed to come to life in a way, and a few of you fell asleep. One of you should have fallen asleep but did not, thanks to racial traits. Woo! And you slaughtered some lizards, some lizard folk preying on sleeping creatures. The people's elbow came in handy, or elbowy, and basically you rested a night in between the grass and Wolfpine. Lots of giant trees around you. Now, to give you some background, or like what you're looking at, what is behind you, Wolfpine was the citadel, like the only fixed location basically in Glendoltha. The Half-Tooth tribe abandoned it around 10 years ago, and no one can travel down to the deeps as it's the only reliable way down. I'm sure some have tried. I'm sure some have failed. But it's a big drop. And
As we found out.
yeah, yeah, true. When,
Lizard found out.
yeah, that poor lizard. He learned about gravity that time. But when you woke up, you were about to strike camp, and Fallon heard a sound that pricked his attention up immediately, and he recognised the tones of Ronan, Thuridon's favourite little man.
Squire.
That's my squire.
Page.
And you guys began to run. You pretty much got to the edge of the grasses, the mist sort of receding a little now, but the grass is still there. And you walked into Hermes the owl, chucked him up in the air, and you could see a figure, which you would assume to be Ronan, seeming to try and escape what looks like a writhing mass of vine and nettle and just barbed bramble and some sort of living plant attempting to envelop him. And that's where we'll pick up.
And
I grabbed Ricky's sword and started running through, chopping down.
we did tie ourselves.
Okay.
Because
I ran ahead.
Oh, okay.
I didn't tie.
Because I remember Fallon was
I just
very
grabbed the sword
eager.
and started.
Yeah.
My baby!
Yeah.
But you mentioned that as it was cutting down, like the mist was sort of like
Yeah.
The feathery
Yeah.
parts that put you to sleep. I mean, it stops them from buzzing, but they can still put you to sleep if you're not close enough. But you found, like, you heard the sound, cut one, and it stopped immediately. Now, I don't know. I guess we roll initiative and see how everyone is
Does
reacting.
Bless work on initiative?
It's just
Just
attack
attack
rolls,
rolls.
saving throws.
Oh, okay. Because you did cast that on us.
I did. Who did I
yeah.
cast it on?
I wrote it down. Kincaid casts Bless on himself, me, and Fallon.
That's right, because you guys have already run off, I think.
Oh, yeah, he was walking, he was running off, and we were kind of the
Yeah,
ones
that's right.
sticking around. Hey!
Trying to do it away from the mic.
I'm like, keep this vapor up at home on my desk.
It's all good.
I'm sure that's why you get it.
I do not masturbate with Vicks vapor up. I tell you what, that is not a good idea.
You don't want to
do
be
it. Don't even try it. I'm telling you now, don't do it.
I know from experience.
It's so good.
Oh god.
Easy, fresh kick.
When you want to go on real challenge mode. Nightmare plus.
Lube too boring for
Well,
you.
not just that, and then just like dip your hand in some sand.
Good grief. How do I make a marker? I didn't get to set the thing up yet. Damn it. Alright. I just wanted an initiative, guys.
How did we get here?
I asked for initiative, like, got hand sand,
Your
mixed
fault,
vapor
well,
wanking.
Vex Vaporwave.
New product. Keep your eyes out. Coming to the pharmacy near you.
Hitting the shelves soon. Alright.
We're sponsored today.
Hell. Excuse me, pen. Please.
The original diss track.
Alright.
I think of anyway.
I don't-
I'm sure there
Boy.
were.
Maybe.
Yeah, righto.
Mozart diss track.
Righto.
This singer that he made because she was known to do like bring her hand up for the high notes and drop it for the low notes. So he wrote a song for it, and basically she was doing this on stage, trying to sing
Was
because he
it
hated it.
Mozart or Beethoven who was like obsessed with like scat and would constantly write songs revolving
Skibbity-bop.
around it?
No idea. Truly,
It was
no
one
clue.
of them. And every like it'll be about like fart. It was like fart jokes and stuff. It was either Beethoven or Mozart.
That's like big chunks of Shakespeare are just like dick and ball jokes.
Well, 100%. Dick jokes.
Language of the people,
Dick
baby.
jokes go back for centuries.
Fart
Yeah.
jokes are universally funny across like every culture, every age group, like everything.
You can go back to
if you just go ha ha, People will laugh, no matter where and when you are.
90% of court jesters in the 1500s were just shitting themselves for entertainment.
It's that, or you get the axe. So.
I'll take shit myself.
Take shit myself for 500, please, Eddie.
Okay. 25 to 20.
20.
Dirty 20, baby.
Woo! Who's got the highest? I'd assume.
Definitely him.
Boys.
Yeah.
Total?
16 is my dex.
10.
Got you beat. Alright.
Yeah.
So we have Varys responding foist. Varys with a 20. Ricky
It was Mozart.
with a 20. Alright.
Wow, it has its whole own Wikipedia page.
Yeah.
Mozart and
Anyway, coming back. Bringing it back.
Alright.
20 to 15.
We just need a podcast where we can talk about this.
Yes.
Literally.
We do. 20 to 15. Anyone? Nope. Okay. 15 to 10.
Yeah.
Yarp.
Did you copy that?
No. Did you copy me?
No.
Stop copying us.
Narp.
Stop copying us.
Damn.
Okay, what did you roll?
11.
Oh.
Who copied me?
Dealing with a pack of idiots. Alright. Who's got the highest
What's
dex?
your dex?
I've got 10.
I've got 8.
Okay. Puritan just pips the slow moving turtle.
I'm busy casting spells on people.
Busy yo.
Hastily.
I'm busy
Putting out my fire.
slashing like a madman.
Busy liquefying bears.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh crap. You rolled 10, yes?
11.
11, sorry,
Yeah,
yes.
I rolled a
Thank
12
you.
minus
Thank you,
one.
thank you.
I rolled an 11 minus 0.
11. Indicate. I need a pre-written initiative thingy. I need a good way to
Isn't that
do
what
it.
the table? You can just bam 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 bam.
Yeah, but like to write it down, like just your names printed in a grid or something.
Or you almost need, what, like a little magnet board so you can just shift
Yep.
Actually,
Yeah, magnet board would be a good idea.
Whiteboard?
Do you have
whiteboard.
one?
Or a
Well,
whiteboard.
we got
Or you
one.
could do like a
Oh,
little
yeah.
mini one just stuck on the
Yeah,
inside.
I'm thinking because I've
if
got a
you just-
free panel.
Well, and if you just did like a metal plate and you could just get like magnets,
Yeah.
like you can just get white magnets for cheap and just write our names on them and you just go.
You can get like name tags. Can you steal stuff from water?
Alright. So, we're gonna get the nasty dice out. Because this is for combat. I don't use these dice for anything else. So, murdering player characters for murder. At the top of initiative order, we have young Master Ronan. He actually rolled a natural 20.
Also, bingo. Back to us.
Wait, how? When?
We both said
Yar.
and that's when I said, are you copying me? And then we both rolled 11.
I missed it. I missed the bingo, guys. Come on.
Hot Fuzz Bingo.
Hot fuzz
We
bingo.
should have like a timer to like, and like until we, see how long each episode it takes us to
It's
get
been
there.
5 minutes since last.
Yeah.
Since last reference. And if we get to the end of the episode and it hasn't been brought up, it's a cursed episode.
Yeah.
And we just delete it.
I honestly don't think we get past the first 5 minutes of shit talking without bringing it up.
Yeah.
I don't think we get the actual gameplay.
It's just
without,
real
like,
easy.
Yeah.
Okay, before we go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ronan. Damn you, dry throat. Don't you do this.
You don't want the milk because that'll coat your throat.
Coat your throat?
I mean,
Let's just move past that one.
It will help. My throat won't be dry.
Probably won't be. Now,
I shit it with Vic's Raper or the
Oh no!
Vic's Vapor Rub.
Disney wants nothing to do with us.
you know what?
Get caught off the SWAT teams.
Yeah, fucking, I'm calling it. This episode's over. Sleeps.
We are off to a rocky start.
Say anything, you were just gone under the radar. I was like,
Okay.
How is someone not going to say that?
Vic's Vapor Rub. There you go.
That's better. That's what we all heard, and that's all that was said.
That's the product.
Articulate.
Okay. Ronan is getting attacked by a bush. Okay. So Ronan let out a yelp of panic. Right, let's bring it back. Let's be professional. Oh, my word doubles again. Ronan is sort of thrashing around. I assume you're still looking through Hermes.
Yeah. Wait, Yeah, at the turn.
So, I mean, you guys probably wouldn't see what's happening,
Yeah.
but you would through the owl's eyes. So I'm going to do a few things and then I'll tell you what you do see.
Right.
Doot. Okay. What are ya? Yeah. Off to a cracking start. And
Is that good for us or bad? Say cracking.
you'll find out.
I can give other people inspiration. Using inspiration, if you have it, you can expend it with blah blah blah, you get advantage on the roll. Additionally, if you have inspiration, you can reward another player for good role playing, clever thinking, or simply doing something exciting in the game. When another player character does something that really contributes to the story in a fun and interesting way, you can give up your inspiration to give that character inspiration. I didn't know that.
I think
a good idea.
we use a different one, don't we? Because like instead of just giving
the
advantage,
dice size.
tide just would be like
What-
take a d6, d8, d12,
What dice do I
d20.
have?
You get the minimum a D4 because you got me a
bless.
drink. But that's a free D4 that you can get to something.
I'll take it.
Darkness.
Right. Ronan. What you see is he's currently like pulling away. These things are like, it looks like grabbing at his arms. Let's see what we're doing. Things. Yeah, like this shrubbery, this like it's a big mass, like taller than the grasses around it. And the brambles are like trying to ensnare, trying to pull him closer or like further into the thicket. And you see him sort of turn back and look at what's trying to grab him. That's not too bad. Basically, he looks like you see a dog do when they do the head tilt. He looks in like very intently, deeply into the whatever this thing is, and just bolts. He bolts away from you guys.
Okay, but he just like tore himself free.
Yes, and began running.
Towards the cliff.
So it would be north. So no, the cliff is south.
Okay.
So further, like
Further.
back out of the grass almost.
Correct, like
Yeah,
where
back
you
towards
first
where we came.
encountered the grass. Yeah, back that way. Basically, it's away from this thing that's trying to envelop him, but he just turns and legs it.
So he broke free, or
Yep.
Does you said it was brambles? Does it look
Yep.
like the Rubus Curlicue, like the big bramble maze thingamajiggy that's outside of Wolfpine, like the same kind of plant?
So, that is something you would have to discuss with Fallon.
Can't we see it? Though? I thought that was like right
he
behind
can
us.
see
I'm
through
looking
enemies.
through enemies.
Yeah, he can only
We're
do it
in
because
the-
he's flying.
we're in the
Oh,
We
that's
haven't-
right. We're not back. Yeah.
And I don't think we ever actually encountered it ourselves. We just like heard
You guys
about
went
I thought we
through the
could
grass.
just see it. I thought it was like a ways off there, and we could kind of generally see it because it was in between like us and Wolfpine.
Negatory.
It is, but we can't see it yet.
Yeah.
The grass, we know that it's up there
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
In that
The
direction.
grass is like 8 feet tall.
Yarp. Yarp.
No.
Varys, you're up.
Right on.
So you're currently walking through herpes.
Alright.
Don't spread herpes.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Jump back into
This
the
is not
body.
battle music, but yes.
And quickly relay to the group that he's running north.
Yep.
How far away do I sort of kind of guesstimate he is from like where I am?
Hard to. Oh yeah, at a guess, judging from the owl's eyes, maybe he was about 20 meters deep, like in the grass, and he's just kept running now, so he might be 30-ish.
Okay. Man, I will. My time to you and Fallon.
don't think we have time to. Like, we were about to start.
Yeah, I think
and
we were kind of.
Ronan just bolted
Yeah,
off.
I was trying to convince everyone that it's safer if we stay tied up because we're going to get lost in the grass, and then Thurinden's already ran off. Fowlarn was like,
Yeah.
so I don't think we're actually maybe not tied yet.
Alright, I will take me rope and tie myself to Fowlarn or Ricky, whichever one's closest, sort of thing.
Okay, Fowlarn would have gone ahead with
Okay,
it.
oh.
Fowlarn would have thrown caution to the wind,
Yep.
so you can tie it to Ricky.
Seeing Thurden going, or just hearing the scream.
Basically, Fowlarn and Thurden
We was like, my baby!
lockstep just sprinted in.
Yeah, alright, so I'll tie myself to Ricky and I'll throw another end of the rope to Kincaid.
Cool.
Then Rose.
What is that, like my action? Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fairly intensive thing to do
yeah,
to hurriedly tie. Just go make a dexterity, just
What,
a
we've
general.
looked at rope time before, haven't
20.
It was
Sleight of hand or intelligence?
Yeah, it was
Okay.
sleight of hand with
24.
intelligence.
Yeah, like it's just like if you rolled a 1, the knot would
Yeah.
come undone. But
Yeah, understand.
yeah, yep. Beauty. So you're all tied up.
Yep, super. And then, draw the rapier and rummage around in my bag for an oil flask.
Okie dokie. Beautiful.
Yeah, how do we go about moving in like turn-based while we're tied together? How does that?
So, that is tricky because there isn't like an actual way they've written for it. But
Yeah.
I would say if you're tied together, when you move and the other person wants to as well, then you can
Yeah.
just move in the same direction.
Just assume that, and as long as we're all in agreement,
Yeah.
roughly in the
Yeah.
same direction that we're going. we
Then
just move back.
when you move, the other person moves.
Because
And we would
like,
give each other
yeah.
a bit of slack.
Yeah.
And because realistically, like we're all acting within the same 6 seconds.
Yeah.
It's just turn order to make it easier.
Yeah.
But it's like realistically, it's all the same 6 seconds, so we're all kind of moving together.
Yeah, okay. Well then, yeah.
PCC.
But I would also assume that we have to move at the speed of the slowest member on the rope.
That would be correct. He is not tied in yet.
We're both
We're both pretty
Yeah, they're both 25. It's only 5 plus 1. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'll start moving towards the noise.
Okay.
Well, but towards the rope.
Yep. All right. So it's about what times 3, so 60 foot. We'll just convert it back to feet because that's what your movement's in.
Yeah.
So it was about 60 foot in where you heard the commotion. And you basically catch up to Fowlarn and Thurden, who have
Alright.
already started like cleaving away in.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll
Wait, no, that's
I
it.
didn't grab your single
That's my
sword, grab
thoughts.
your
Yeah.
other sword.
Grab my old long sword.
And yeah, I'll just be doing the same with the rapier. Just,
Yep.
and I'll just make my own noises.
All right, Ricky,
Alrighty, so
if you're on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll secure the knot around me, make
Yep.
sure that's all good. I'll run over to Kincaid and tie him up
Okay.
because I imagine, like, you know, he's doing something. He's
It's really hard with you.
yeah, big claws. Yeah, I'm a bit more. What do you? Dexterous.
Nimble.
Yeah. Much.
So yeah, I'll tie that to him. Want me to roll for that or
Yeah, just make a sleight of hand just to.
Slide it.
9?
It's fine. Yeah. Like it's not rocket
10
surgery. It's
technically,
it's just
Yeah,
see how well you tie it in a hurry.
yeah.
Like if you.
And it's not. We're not actually needing it to like hold weight. Or
Yeah,
something.
no,
it's
it's
just so
just
we
to
don't get
loop you
lost,
together.
so-
Yeah.
Just so we can find each other.
Yeah, and then I will draw my sword. I'll move up 25 feet.
Yep.
So kind of just behind them.
Cool.
And I'm gonna call out. I'm gonna just yell out like Ronan, like move towards our voice.
Yeah. Okay.
So I just call that out,
Okay. Beautiful.
and that'll be me.
Beauty. Okie dokie. Thurden.
Well, I'm not yet aware of where Ronan's running to because they haven't said anything to me.
Correct.
It's true.
So I'm just going to keep running in the direction that
Yeah,
The sound of where you
the
heard.
Yeah.
from.
Yeah, and like you can hear like rustling grass moving around and whatever this brambly stuff is, like it's making noise.
Yeah. So I'm running through it, slashing. I go to pull out Ronan, but nothing comes out.
Okay. Frustration.
Yeah.
Are you using an action or are you going to use it to dash?
Dash. Just go.
Okay.
As
So double
close
round?
to it as I can. Yeah.
So what's your normal movement?
30.
So you're getting 60 feet in. So you would get to about where he is. Or you just sort of see him scurry off into the grass.
Okay.
And you can't call to him.
But Balan's with me.
Correct, but it's not his turn yet. So what are you doing when you get there?
Oh, well, I see Ronan, so obviously.
You wouldn't like exactly see him.
I see like
But you hear,
moving through. Yeah, so I'm like, okay, I guess I should go after him. So turn to run in that direction whenever I'm available to.
so looking to give chase.
Yep.
Okay, all good. Can guide. You're up.
Yeah, I'll kind of run after the others, like moving up at the same speed. I don't know if there's anything specific that's going to be super helpful for me to do. I think actually so I'll run up, just using my movement, and then as my action, I'm going to cast Thaumaturgy on myself.
Okay.
Do the voice booms up to 3 times as loud as normal for the next minute.
Nice. So now you've got them bass tones. Excellent.
Just like an...
Do I sound like I'm on top? No.
I sound like an old-time Newcastle.
Old time radio.
Yeah, old-time
that's the
radio.
one.
Like 80s footy commentator.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and just call out, Ronan, body, we're coming!
Okay. Beautiful.
It's us good guys that do it, you know, the guys that... The gang! That turned into strong band at the end. You know, those guys that...
Oh, guys. All right. And you're running off in tow with Barrison.
We're all kind of...
Yeah.
Beautiful. All right. If that's the end of your turn, then it is over to Falan.
How is he slower than me?
He just rolled badly.
Yeah, he did roll badly because he's
To be a
Clouded
speedy
fire
ranger.
panicked.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a speedy ranger.
He is. Just because you reacted first doesn't
Not
mean...
very, he's not very speedy. He's
He's about to-
slower than Kincaid.
He's definitely about to run past you.
Fella, he's already ahead of him.
Yeah.
He's already in there, remember? He went in with her.
Yeah.
So, you would see Falan. He sort of like turns to address whatever was trying to grab Ronan, sort of like looking through the grasses. Ooh, big boy. He looks in and sort of, Thoradin, there's something there. And he gets his glaive and sort of like slashes the grass in front of him. And he's going to take the ready action. So he's holding his action for something.
Interesting.
And it is now something else's go. The thing.
It's clobbering and stuff.
Okay.
That's true.
Thank you. It's going. So you would hear him say that. There's like that same sort of rustling of like it's grass being like nicked and moved through thorns and all sorts of stuff just like rubbing together, like plants being mashed through each other.
So just like an abomination of flora.
Something like that.
Another shambling man.
But I'm sure you'll find out. Basically, Falan's looking in. Oh, actually, it's a disadvantage. I rolled doubles. I'm telling you, it's something weird.
20s and it'll be fun.
Alright.
Yeah, crit at disadvantage would suck. I'd be mad.
Yeah. You wouldn't be happy about that.
Unless you were really wrong.
Yeah.
Then you'd be happy about that.
Okay, so as he's standing there, he sort of like flurries into action, and out of like the grass, just these whipping brambles begin to like claw at him. They seem to take shape, and you see him like recoil as his hands kind of get scratched up, and he's sort of like, he can't really defend against a moving vine, like it's too hard for him to hit. And you see it draw blood, and he's sort of like wincing, looking frustrated, like, what the hell is attacking me? He takes a little bit of damage.
So I turn around and see this.
Have you?
I mean, I guess so, if I'm hearing him say it. Take
All right.
a look over my shoulder.
Make a charisma saving throw.
Oh,
You've got. Oh, wait, no, you don't.
do I have something?
No.
No.
I thought I'd bless you, but you'd already run on before I blessed.
Yeah,
so.
8.
Okay. Roll a d8.
Extra madness, baby.
I love that. I was expecting roll
6.
perception check.
I was expecting roll perception as well, like, you see this thing.
Roll a saving.
Also roll a d12.
Come on, man. That's a good turn. 5.
Okay. So as you look to where Fallon's getting like raked by these things, just these red lines sort of showing up on his fingertips and on his hands, you look deeper into this brambly mess, and I don't know if it's after looking through the mask, but you swear you can see some sort of maddening eyes looking out from the mass of brambles, and just panic takes over you. So when it comes to your turn,
I just run after Ronan.
when it comes to your turn, I'll tell you what happens.
Because Ronan looked back into it, didn't
He
he?
did, yeah, but he might have rolled well.
Or he got one that just says, run your little legs off.
Okay,
I just get running.
back to the top is Ronan. You wouldn't be able to see him anymore, but
Would we, me and Fallon, be able to hear his rustling?
so he would have heard you guys call out. So he will start making his way. We're just doing theatre of the mind.
Yep.
He would start running back towards the voices and sort of calling out, "What the hell is that thing?" And you can hear movement in the grass. Sorry, but you don't see him just yet. Next up is Varis.
Barrispark.
Alright. Can I see Fallon? Can I see which way he went?
So Fallon and Thuridin were about
Because like we
30 foot ahead. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're a full movement away from you currently.
Super. 10. 25 feet.
Yeah.
I was gonna get up
cut the rope.
Slow down.
Yeah, well, I'd move in that direction towards Fallon and Thuridin.
Don't forget you can mage hand.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
That's kind of like the whole Eldritch Trickster thing. You've got the magic mage hand that is
It's invisible.
You can use
Well,
the
yeah.
bonus action to put, like, in terms of tying it.
Yeah, to make it do things. Well, yeah, like, yeah, I'd move to where I can see Fallon and then say, well, yeah, can I tie a rope with one hand?
You can tie it with the mage hand.
Well, yeah, I'm just like
With your
mechanically,
hand
how
and
would
the
I get like move 25 feet and then he's 5 feet away from me and then have the mage hand float out with the rope and then what? It goes like around him twice and then loops
Yeah.
under itself and then yanks it.
I don't see
It's
why
not
not.
limited
Because
by
the
like
quicker I
being
use-
trapped by an arm. It can literally just fly around it.
It's not like you... Like, it doesn't mimic the things of your hand. It's a magic hand.
Yeah.
It just
Yeah.
does whatever you
You
want.
just will it to do so.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well,
Um,
yeah, I'd like to mage hand and tie the rope to Fallon.
Okay, so you can use Arcana or Sleight of Hand, Sleight of Magical Hand,
Yeah.
simply because he's sort of like thrashing around, fighting, trying to like lop off these little things.
Yeah, 21.
Oh.
Nice. Very good. Yep. So that successfully ties around his waist. He's sort of like, what? Like distracted for half a second, but
Very good.
yes, he is now tied to you.
Yeah, cool. And was that my action or?
I think, yeah, so I think the
Where's the
Arcane
mage?
Trickster thing is you can use Mage Hand like
As a
to do
bonus.
stuff as a bonus
Yeah,
action.
so you still have to cast it as an action. Casting it is an action.
Casting it as the action.
And you can do something with it as part of that action when you first summon it, and then
Okay.
it's like every turn after that you can use your bonus action to control it. Whereas for like wizards or other people who know Mage Hand, it takes your action to control it.
Yeah. Alright. Well, yeah. I'll probably just stay there. That's me.
Okay.
Sort of kind of caught up.
So you caught up and then had your mage hand.
Yeah, cast it and then had it, and then yeah, all I've got is the bonus action. But I might use me. No.
You're a rogue.
You could hide.
Well, like
Tied to a
again, I'm
rope.
curious about the mechanics of hiding when I'm literally tied to like.
You can still get out of sight.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. I'll bonus action, cutting action, hide.
Cool.
Crouch down in amongst the grass.
Yeah. Your hair would match
18.
quite well. 18? Nice. Alrighty. Over to Ricky. Maris ducks down when it reaches his.
Lose sight of him, but feel the tug on the rope. Yeah. Yeah, so I'll just move up the 25 as well. And just kind of try and figure out what the crap is going on here.
Okay. So what are you doing when you get
So
to figure it out?
looking around, seeing what's going on. Why is Fowlan covered in scratches and looking reeled from an attack? Like, yeah.
Yep. So you would be appraised of the situation. Thuridon's just got this like confused look on his face, and he's staring, and you sort of follow his eye line. And I'll get you to make a charisma saving throw.
Thought so I get a bless.
D4. Yeah.
This is your specialty.
Oh, I do. I have proficiency in these as well. Roll a 4 though, so 11.
Okay. Roll a d8.
Damn it. D8.
Yep.
6.
Roll a d12.
3.
Okay. Interesting. All right.
Is that good or bad?
You'll find out on your next turn.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's my turn.
Yep.
I guess. No, yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. So when you follow his eye line, you swear you can see something looking at you through these bushes, and it is not small. The eyes seem to move quite high, and it's watching, and just these points of light. You get there's some sort of malign intent behind these eyes, and I'll fill that in. I'll finish that thought when it's your turn again. Third. You're up.
What's popping?
You are.
Yeah. Well, let's
So,
pop it.
you run. You run back the way that you've just come, and you use your full movement to do so. And you are actually unable to do anything else for the rest of the turn.
I just kept running.
Just wordlessly.
I just picture it running like the Terminator through the bushes.
Yeah. Well, yeah, pretty much. And now you're doing the same thing. So you,
Straight past Kincaid.
you lot would just hear him dash through the grasses. Okay, Kincaid.
Right.
Given the like we're all tied together now, I can see more. Like go over there, have a look at him.
At Ronan.
'Cause he's all freaking out and stuff.
He sort of, you hear his footfall stop. You hear him sort of come close enough
Yeah, I
to you
know.
guys, so you head over to where he is and sort of part the grasses, and you see him standing there, a youthful fella, under 20, and he's scratched a buggery. He's got like lacerations all up his arms and face and his back of his neck. Like he's got brambles and thorns sort of sticking out of his hair, and he's just like, "Are you real?
What's I'm real?
Something."
I can see that you fell in a rose bush.
And yes, what else would you like to do with your turn?
Like, does he look like badly enough hurt that he needs kind of healing, or is it, fell into some rose bushes?
You could make a medicine check as a bonus action if you would like, just to give him a quick once over and be like, or
If my iPad didn't have an aneurysm.
No, okay.
not again.
Technology.
Yeah, I know what's wrong.
He's catching up with us. You got it?
Medicine.
Curious. 16.
Look, he's not gonna bleed out,
Yeah.
but he does have a few, fairly sizable scratches and scrapes.
Yeah, like kind of a few that border on. I've got like scratches that are bordering on slashes, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what you're seeing is you wouldn't think, like, there's no arterial spray, there's nothing major's been nicked, he's just scratched crap. So in a medicine check, probably not life-threatening yet, but he's pretty banged up.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go over and cast Cure Wounds on him.
Okay.
Just level 1.
Okie dokie.
Hey, buddy, we're real. Calm down. And I'll kind of like, just for a second, like, as I say that, like, I'll put my hands on his shoulders and like, kind of look him in the eyes and be like, hey, I am real. Feel like, you can feel me. I'm not a hallucination.
Yeah.
Chilling, like,
And this 6 foot, like, death turtle is looking him in the eyes. No, but he's visibly calmed by that. How much does he heal?
9.
Very nice. Alright. Okay, and sort of some of the worst ones, like, heal up in front of your eyes as this energy knits them back together.
It's the same as
And he sort of,
last time. That kind of smoke comes out and it's like watching the scratch, like, going reverse, kind of thing.
unscratched. And he looks very thankful and relieved that there are people here with him.
It's okay. We're going to get you out of here. I don't know how you got here, but we're going to get you out.
Alrighty. Beautiful. End of your turn. This goes back to Fowlarm.
He has a D4 on his attack rolls and saving throws
Fowlarm.
from Bless. I blessed me, Ricky, and him, didn't I?
Yeah.
Did you?
That's what I've got written down.
I will accept that.
Yeah,
Sounds
so when he makes an attack roll or saving throw, any attack roll or any saving throw, D4.
If you bless Fallon, wouldn't you have had time to bless me as well?
You ran off first.
Yeah,
No.
you'd already gone because it's got a range on it and because you just like booked it.
There was only X amount of targets. Like, you can only do
Yeah.
a set amount.
And I think you booked and like
Yeah, but wasn't he running right after? Like,
I
I think he had a moment of pause
he took a second.
because I was trying to convince him. I was saying, like,
Yeah,
I know
try
you
to
want to run off,
yeah.
but we need to tie together.
Yeah, and while we were
Getting the rope ready, he just booked it.
yeah, you kind of legged it. He started to go, and Ricky was like, "Wait, let's rope up." And while he was dithering, I blessed.
what was that face at that point?
Fallon's dead.
Fallon, he sort of does a double take, and his eyes go wide. He sprints directly into the bramble, right
No.
as far as he can go.
D4 didn't save him on that saving throw.
What's up?
Write it down, you guy.
Well, he was the one who had the bloody vision that we need anyway. Like, we kind of need him alive for these seers.
It would be kind of pity if he dies and Ronan's like, yeah.
Yeah. Like, okay, Ronan, here's the vision you had, okay?
Yeah.
Your name is now Fallon.
And he's like shouting in pain as he sprints forward through just this mass of tangled spikes and spines.
Hey, wait, he can only get so far because I don't
Correct.
know. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, we all
so
get like, whoa.
he runs.
He's not going to tug all three of us along. Because we don't want to go into fucking brambles.
I'm a
So,
pretty beefy
He
dwarf.
doesn't get that choice. He doesn't get to pull us
I
along.
weigh 240.
Yeah,
He's not.
He's not pulling you with that.
He's just like, Chico's just standing there like,
Yeah, and so how much leeway did you give him?
There probably will have been about like 10, 15 feet of space between each of us. Like, not 10, 15 feet of slack, not.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, wait. Oh, geez, I'm pretty
So
100 kilos.
he would probably only make it about 5 or 10 feet in.
Very good.
And then you would all feel that.
substantially limit the damage he would
Yeah,
otherwise have
that would
Yeah.
reduce it for sure.
pulled back.
It's a good call. Sorry, I forgot about the rope. Thank you.
Rope, very valuable.
Yes.
Very, I swear I've got more use out of the rope than anything else so far. Like, it's so good.
Okay. That is on to its turn.
Yeah.
Anyways,
So, you guys hear and feel this like shaking, like almost similar to what you heard when the grasses put you to sleep, and it seems to be all around you. I think I'm going to switch to minis now because you're all close enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Am I run to the loop?
Because I'm so really terrible with spatial stuff.
yeah, with theatre of mind.
Yeah, I'm not good at thinking in distances and shit.
Yes, it's. Do we need?
So we don't need more minis, just the one form.
That's the one. That's true.
He's just a little fella.
The one shamble actually.
Ronan has come back to you.
Yeah.
Ronan.
Do you have these? Yeah. Do you have?
Yeah.
Oh, 'cause I was going to put for bless.
Oh, sure.
Is there an actual bless one?
There would be, but only be one of them.
I just kept running.
Yeah.
I suppose it doesn't really matter if we just go.
Just to remind you that something is happening to them.
Is it fear that makes you bold?
No, nothing makes you bolt. It's channel divinity, turn undead. That's turned, which isn't like a condition. It's like a spell, basically, that makes you bolt. Fear.
Wasn't the one that the condition was you try to get as far away?
That's channel divinity,
Okay.
turn undead. Yeah, you don't. It doesn't really. Unlike there's a couple of spells that basically do the same thing. Fear is just you can't move closer to the thing that you're afraid of, and you have disadvantage on attack rolls
all the way at the bottom.
Because I remember hearing
like
like,
while you're looking at
Like super.
the thing you're afraid of.
you should get disadvantage. Right? Because I remember against the Giants, he used something that made a guy just run away for ages.
That was
Hey.
that no, that wouldn't have been changed. I know I did that. Watchtower did that in
Oh, yeah, it
in
was-
White Plume.
White Plume. He just started running towards like the front hole.
And that's so every like clerics, all clerics have turn undead, which does exactly that with for undead, and then some paladins, and some subclass clerics have like sort of similar versions of that. So Watchtower had was it Abjure the extra planar? So it's exactly the same, but instead of working on undead, it works on like aberrations, celestials, elementals.
Anything that's basically not from the material plane.
Exactly. And yeah, like
Anyone needs a wolf, by the way.
there's a couple of other ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, these dares sometimes just run
Oh,
right
yeah.
through me.
Absolutely.
I did have
You got the bubble guts.
Cannot do.
It got the books.
So, the giant. I'm just using this thing. It's not a shambling man.
Shambling now. It's back. It's been following up.
Sling man.
Piloted by Finnick.
And yes, you hear this massive like movement, like something's moving through the grass at a rapid pace, and seemingly from the ground or through the grass somehow, this creature just sort of like materializes in between you guys. And it's probably 9 or 10 foot tall, so you can see it towers above the long grasses itself. It seems to be some sort of swirling mass of living vine and bramble and thorn and thicket, and just sentient though. And deep within this head sort of shape, you see what look like roses of some description, but the deeper that you look, the further it goes, and it's kind of, and it's like slightly glowing, this soft sort of red. And as you look at it, this is what is turning you. Now it appears and sees quarry.
I don't like that it just appeared in front.
Probably because I'd be within. Well, I'd be next to
Ronan.
Yeah, because I just went over and killed.
Oh yeah, true.
I just went over and
did
killed
too.
wounds him.
Okay. Does 18 hit?
Yes. Oh yeah.
So as it sort of forms up, you can see it has these thick sort of forearms just girded with spikes, and around the face there are some large, like it almost looks like mandibles, pincers. And it takes a slash at you with its spiky sort of forearms, and you duck under it, like hearing this sound, turn around, and it rears back and clamps around you. You take 14 slashing damage.
Down population.
And it's
No multi-attack?
that was the multi-attack.
I missed the first one, I think.
Missed the first one. Yeah, it's crushing force combined with like the hardest bramble penetrates into you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you need to stay on.
So next up
Splash the oil on it and set it on fire.
is Ronan.
I'm going to use like serious spot.
Okay. Well, I'll just throw the oil on it and leave it to you.
But I definitely set it on fire. Because the tune is how long I'm running for.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Oh well.
No, Ronan, he's running again.
Right.
He can't. Run.
Nope. That's
fired
up. Next level.
Next
No, Ronan's not. Fallon is.
Oh, Fallon is.
I think Ronan might have just looked it straight in the eyes.
Ronan saw it rear up behind Ricky, and Kincaid, you're looking at Ronan kind of, and
Yeah.
he just goes stiff.
The like horror movie thing where they're like looking over the like person, just like what is
Yeah.
Is it behind me?
Yeah.
You hear the breath catch in his throat.
Yeah.
No, I'm in front.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hear the breath catch in his throat, and he just absolutely locks up.
Maybe it's running.
Barracks.
He just freezes.
Freezes.
Yeah, we don't have to kill this. We just have to all get out of the grass alive.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm already on the
I
one.
mean, I'm not saying killing it's a bad idea. Just more.
Yeah.
It did 14 damage in one hit to him, missing the multi-attack. 2 hits would kill.
Well, drop me.
Two. Yeah, I'm at
2 hits will
half.
drop me. And it'll drop him too.
And me.
And yeah. Okay.
I'm the only one that can
Try
take 2
and try and
hits.
do this discussion in character if you can, in the heat of combat.
Well, I don't know how my madness affects me, so
I
I don't want
can't.
to speak just yet.
Okay.
I can't speak, and I'm running away in fear.
Exactly.
I just hope your
my
madness.
bonus action is the mage
Like
hand's
anime
gonna
loading.
grab the oil out of my other hand and then smash it on the creature.
Okay.
And then for my action, can I get out a torch and spark it?
Okay.
So if I get a torch, get the flint box or whatever, and then
Yep. Yeah, you can do that as part of your action. Yeah.
okay. Well, yeah, that's your bonus and action. Like I can't throw it at him as well. Without too much?
I'd allow it as your action.
Okay.
Like light the
why-
torch and throw it.
Yeah, basically, yeah. And I just want to set the oil path on fire.
Okie dokie.
Setting up a flare.
So we'll do a dexterity attack roll with the hand to oil.
It's
Right,
oil.
right on it. So center mass, good hit.
Yep. And then
And
for the torch.
Yep.
That's 11 plus 5, so 16.
Okay. So I'm going to need you to roll a charisma saving throw as you look at your target.
How good's your charisma?
It's not bad, actually. It's not terrible. 10, 7 throws plus 1. That's a 6.
So the mage hand, like,
This thing must be terrible.
expertly chucks this flask of oil and it shatters on the thing, and it seems to, stick in amongst all of the shrubbery that it's made of, whatever it is. And you turn your eyes up to throw your torch, like you spark it, and then you just make eye contact. You're looking at your target, you make eye contact. I'll get you to roll a d8.
8. It's a 1.
On a 1, you also just absolutely freeze. This thing is so alien, so shockingly huge, and it's moved from hither and yon, and you just freeze in place. And that will end your turn.
Oh, so the torch doesn't fly?
The torch is lit in his hand, but he's gone. That's it. Those eyes, man. Something about the eyes. Next up, Ricky. Good try though.
Yeah.
He came so close.
It's covered in oil. Hey, that's a start.
It is covered in oil, correct.
Alright, so what is my madness?
Your madness was... What did you roll? I think you rolled a 4 as well.
I have no idea.
I think you rolled a 4 on the D12.
Don't want me to roll again?
I think you rolled a 4 on the D8.
I think you rolled a 6 on the D8.
6, did you?
No, I didn't.
No, I think you might be right.
I think you rolled a 6 then
on the D8 because you rolled the same thing that threw.
You rolled a 6
On
like
the
I
D8.
did, and then you rolled a 4 on the D12, I believe.
Okay. Jeez, good memory.
Okay. Your
Dead.
reaction basically when you turned and looked at the thing, it kind of just like rears up behind you, and you look up at it, and your reaction is to just run. You run, basically perpendicular. So you've come in here, and Ronan ran off that way. You've just run this way. So west, technically.
We're all running in different directions.
You are running in random directions.
Yeah.
Something was a touch.
Because I'm running towards the south, Ronan is running north, you're running to the west.
Yeah,
He was
He
running.
running.
You were running down this road.
So if you're running south, west is that way.
We need a compass on this thing.
Yeah, this away.
Yeah.
Pretty much dead set that way.
But I'm tied by the rope. Yeah,
Yeah,
Correct.
probably like
20
10,
feet.
15 feet.
It's like 5, 10, 15.
Yeah.
That kind of, or maybe one more, or would that yank it?
5, 10. So the thing will take a swipe at you.
Because it's involuntary movement, doesn't.
Oh yeah, true. They don't.
Oh,
do that.
yes.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not voluntarily moving away from it.
Yeah. Make an athletics check.
Oh,
just to see how hard
my
you
athletics
can.
is
He
great.
just slings back onto the ground.
So foul on, fairly slight.
Oh, thankfully it's a 3.
Ooh, okay.
Which makes it a 9.
Okay. Still quite a strong tug to the rest of you that are attached to him, but
I'm halted.
you are halted and run off your feet, and you fall prone.
Well,
Not
Yeah,
great.
it's basically just like you're running as fast as
Yeah.
you can possibly
So you
go.
got a clothesline.
Thank-
You just like feet up, like.
Yep, thankfully quite a good knot.
so if you get hit in Searing Smite, it'll catch fire.
And yes,
Yeah,
that will end your turn.
On save.
Okay. Alright.
And he takes
Surah.
damage.
You're
Am I
up.
still running?
No, so at the
Okay.
start of your turn, it's only for
So
that turn.
I'm within, like, I can get to him and strike him from where I am. How far away from the mass am I?
It's right. It's behind you.
Okay.
Because it moved.
Yep, so I'll use my bonus action for Searing Smite.
Okay, so you're turning around to get in touch with it. Moving 5 foot.
To its eyes.
So my bonus action, Searing Smite. And
Okay.
then I'll go to give it a smack with Warhammer.
Okie dokie. I like it.
14.
14. Oh, jeez. Stats. Yes, I have. 14 does not hit, I'm sorry.
Don't forget you can use your channel divinity at 10.
It is a new day.
It's a new day, yeah, so I'll just have to my channel divinity.
Good
I
use.
thought I used it, but yeah.
You get it back every short or long rest.
Yeah, cool.
So just make sure you mark it off.
Yeah.
And what's the total?
24.
Beautiful. 24 hit.
So 1d10. 10 plus
nice.
the d6 for the fire. 3. So 13 plus 5, 18, and con 13 save.
So hold on. What sorts of damage?
So 10 just bludgeoning damage with the
10 bludgeoning. Yep.
and 3 fire damage.
Did you say you rolled a 10?
So add
Yeah,
your
10.
strength. Yeah,
10 plus 5, yeah, 15
Bludgeoning.
bludgeoning, and then
Oh, okay,
3
Fire.
fire,
15 bludgeoning, 3 fire.
and then con 13 con save.
Alrighty. Let's rock on, little creature.
Don't be Constitution.
I'm gonna guess that's a fail.
It fails.
Okay, so now it's on fire. So,
I hope that oil.
at the start of each of its turn until the spell ends, you must do a con saving throw. On a failed save, it takes 1d6 fire damage.
Beautiful.
And does that ignite the regular oil too?
Yeah, it how big was the oil flask, by the way?
It's 1
They're a
pound, I think.
I think they're a pint of liquid.
Yeah, it's
Pint of oil.
so a pint of oil. So it's a reasonable amount.
And he poured it like it was a nat 20.
yeah,
Like
Yeah,
a solid
then
amount.
that's absolutely.
Like it's on it.
Yeah. I'm just thinking the makeup of this creature is interesting.
Yeah, it's not.
It's
Picturing it like
not.
oil like going through the different like vines and
Well, yeah,
other
moving
thorns, and
it
it's
all
got-
over its own body, sort of
moving
thing. Like
Yeah.
anything
Is
that's
it sort of
making
like
worse.
snakes moving around each other?
Not so much. It's just there's no fixed like form to it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Like,
So
but
it's
isn't,
just-
isn't that what would make fire effective? Because
Yeah.
it's just,
'Cause
like
it's just
sticking to
Yeah,
it and
yeah,
just
yeah.
burning whatever's there.
Absolutely.
I was
I'm
going to
just
say, I can read the thing if it helps.
what thing?
But, like the actual rules for oil and lighting.
Oh yeah, yeah, sure. Go for it.
Oil comes in a clay flask that holds a pint as an action, blah 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 blah. Splash the oil onto a creature.
Yep.
Make a ranged attack at it. On a hit, the target is covered in oil. If the target takes any fire damage before the oil dries, which takes a minute,
Yep.
the target takes an additional fire damage from the burning oil.
Beautiful.
And then you can also pour a flask of oil on the ground to cover a 5-foot area and then light it.
Yeah. So there's fire from your smite,
Yeah.
as
So
well
then
as
light the-
fire from this.
Yeah,
So there'll be
so-
2 ticks of fire.
so
attached.
So does he
every
roll
time.
because it's his flask?
It's not a
It's just a
or is it
flat
just the
damage.
flat
fire. So
damage?
every time for the next minute,
Yep.
it takes fire damage, it will take an additional 5 damage on top of whatever it is. So whether that's from searing smite, if one of us clobbers it with a torch, if
Yep. Yep.
whatever.
It just
Perfect.
kind of
Any time for the next minute that it takes fire damage, it
Takes an additional 5.
which is pretty
Does
nice.
that include the initial hit as well? So it'll take 8 now.
because that's it at
Yeah.
igniting.
Yes. Yeah, that would.
So this thing's just
Yeah, it empowers fire damage. Really, that's pretty cool. Pretty
Awesome.
neat.
So yes,
Mark off the old
absolutely.
flask of oil.
it did.
It is on. It's on fire. I'm on fire. Help me, baby Jesus. Save me, Tom Cruise. Help me,
Tom Cruise.
help me, Oprah Winfrey. Help me, Jewish God. All right. So that was Thurin. Very nice. Beautiful. Cool beans. Cool beans. Is that your whole turn?
Yeah, I'm done. Use my
You
bonus.
did the smite and the attack. Moved up. Yep. Kincaid. Take us away, Earl. It's gonna be
That's a 10. Take us away.
You took a bunch of damage, didn't you?
Yeah, and I'm lying face flat in the mud,
Face down.
kissing my pants.
Yeah, but you can get.
I
you
never
can get
did
up.
change out those
I
people.
have faith in your ability to stand up. That's not the part that I'm worried about.
Yeah, I took a pretty sizable hit, but I am alright.
Yeah,
Like I'm leaking.
yeah.
Cindy, your TV's leaking.
scary movie or something.
Scary movie 3, I think.
Okay. Past 10's a good 10.
It is. It is.
Be a little Santa.
Oh, Kincaid forfeit his turn.
I'll start out.
Yeah.
I'll do spiritual weapon as my bonus action.
Okay.
Cast it
We're summoning it.
at second level.
Okay. So, when you summon it, do you need to be able to see the space? Spiritual weapon?
You create a floating spectral weapon within range that lasts for the duration until you cast this spell again. No. When
Doesn't
you
say
cast
anything
the
about-
spell, you can make a melee spell attack against a creature within 5 feet of the weapon.
Okay.
Doesn't say
Beautiful.
anything about how to set it.
Cool.
Pretty handy.
Just because the grasses.
Obscuring it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my question, I guess, is: are you turning to, like, look at where you're summoning it?
I suppose, yeah. Like, it does in the spell, it doesn't say anything about having to see, but yes, he
Yeah.
would.
All right. No.
Is that concentration on you as well, by the way?
Sorry.
That
No, that's bless.
bless. Cool. Oh, you don't have to concentrate on bless?
Yeah, no,
Oh.
I do have to concentrate on bless.
So it's a bit of both.
So it's, yeah, I don't know, maybe put a second one on.
So as you turn and summon this spectral scythe,
Yeah.
this thing is on fire, and you can see, licking flames. You're going to need to make a charisma saving throw. Your eye is drawn towards the target, and then you just glance at those eyes.
I'm going to use my inspiration.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
11, 12, 16.
That is a success.
Good inspo.
Good use of inspiration.
We need that damn paladin aura.
Yeah, it had. What's your charisma? It's 3?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, that'd be rather good. Anyway, yep, so nothing.
That's
So I
like-
go.
You
Oh,
you keep your resolve in check.
it's the darkest dungeon. Like Kincaid's resolve is tested.
Yeah. Correct. So you are free to continue your turn.
Good. I scythe it in the dickens.
Very eloquently put. I silent in the dickens with its big bramble dick.
21.
Yep, 21 will hit.
5 force damage.
Boss,
Pulse.
rip up.
And then,
Any movement?
well, that was my bonus action. And then, now I can't cast kill wounds.
I'm a silly. You heard it here, folks.
Well, I guess I'll just hurt it more. So I'll cast Toll the Dead on it.
Okey-dokey. Beautiful.
Big bomb. It has to make a DC 13 wisdom save.
What is it you always say? The best type of healing is stopping the damage.
It's making, yeah, exactly.
That is a failure.
Best kind of defensive, good offense.
Exactly.
And it is missing health.
It certainly is. 2 necrotic.
Two necrotic. Beautiful.
You know this thing just turns to compost.
Is the grass around it catching on fire? Like, is this spreading or?
Wait till it's time.
So I'm ready to start a forest fire and,
Yeah.
and get absolutely banished.
Oh yeah, right. Forgot about that.
Well,
Yeah.
do we don't seem to have a connection to these weeds.
And I'm
The
gonna
weeds
move.
don't feel like they're part of
I'm
the
gonna move
Delta, right?
up, like in between it and Ricky. I go, hey,
Ricky.
click on somebody closer to your own size.
Nice. I like it.
He
Alrighty.
said
Bang the
reminded me of
bang the shield with the like staff as I'm moving.
Yep.
Doing some of the like weaving it around kind of in the air, like from the exercisey things.
Yep. That you've been learning with Fallow.
the way he said A reminded me of Joe Swanson. Hey, Peter! Hey, Peter!
I just keep on feeling like I sounded stronger today for whatever reason. King Bad.
Oh dear.
Paper off.
Uh-oh. How do you tie my boxing gloves on?
I'll never ever write a song about a good offer.
Smooth. I love it. Alright, so who's tied to who to who?
So
So I'm tied to Ricky.
us
Ricky's
four.
tied to
Yeah.
Kincaid, and I
And you're
tied
tied to-
Kincaid's the
Fowler
end,
to-
Fowler's the other end.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
I thought
You're
you
gonna
and I
make
got
it
you in the
long.
end.
No, I'm in the middle. Because remember,
okay.
Barrett,
I tied it to him. He tied it to you.
Yeah.
and then Barrett's
I
tied
tied it to
then.
Fowler. So he's in front of me.
Cool. Just keeping track.
Yeah.
Because there is a rope running
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get so tangled.
We should try and like
80.
like two people run either side, or like what is it, like
The walking
Empire?
thing,
Empire
yeah,
with the
yeah.
like running around in circles and just like.
Alright. It is Fowler's turn.
Good old Fowler.
Oh yeah, he ran into it.
He ran into some
I thought he ran
Shrubbery.
different branches.
He got
Yeah,
yoinked in
different
and
brambles.
yoinked out.
Basically,
but he only made
it-
like
the
10 feet.
brambles were here,
Yeah.
and that's where it sort
Yeah.
of has come out.
And then it phase shifted in front of us.
Sort of.
Close. Well, actually, make a perception check.
19.
You would notice that as you sort of stepped up to this giant creature, the floor underneath your feet is uneven. It appears to have
Roots underneath.
tunneled in some way.
Oh, it's like sort of gone underground.
Yeah.
We're fighting a Diglett.
A dicklet.
Big spike and diglett. Okay. Fowler. Oh, funny.
It's got blessed, don't forget. D4 on saving
Yes,
throws
yes,
and attack
yes.
rolls.
The bless might do something here. Damn it!
We're not rolling off so
So
long.
close.
I feel like Fallon seems to either just like Terminator nuke his way through things and be an absolute boss, or struggle real hard.
Oh,
She's not consistent.
Like there's no, yeah, exactly. He's got potential, but he needs to work on his consistency.
I told you my dice were bad today.
Yeah.
It's staying
us,
true
anyway.
at least. Okay.
So keep running.
Well, he can't get any further.
Yeah.
well,
He's already
yeah.
at the max 10, 15 feet.
He's got a clothesline inside.
Well, yeah, probably.
Or he's gonna. He's
Oh
gonna
my
fail all
giddy
these
aunt.
days.
Hold on. I'll just tell you what he does. He stood up from within the brambles and he scraped his way back out. Big thing on fire catches his eye and he immediately turns and runs straight back in. I dead set rolled the same direction.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Cut up by all
He
that
just like,
again.
no. Straight back in and then,
It's like a Three Stooges skit.
Yeah.
oh my gosh, he failed it.
Yeah.
A much more fast-paced version of that
Yeah, yeah.
Simpsons gif of
Yeah.
just going back into the book.
Except he runs back out and then back in. Ooh.
Your idea.
Okay. So,
Whose turn is it now?
Is it the thingy?
it's turn.
13 con save.
Yes.
The rose bulbs.
Yes.
And Defire.
Good standby.
That is a fail. So still burning.
Oh,
5 plus 5. 10.
Nice. Good damage.
That makes a difference.
Okay, the thing, it doesn't make any sound other than its movement, like all of the vines and stuff thrashing around.
Sort of slithery, scratchy.
Yeah, scraping and just.
It's like when it's real windy outside and you hear the trees.
yeah.
And it buries underground. Now, this will trigger an attack of opportunity.
Sick.
Well, from me as well, because I moved up into and I was going.
Yes.
We're both
Yep.
in range. What are you doing?
Can I? No, I can't.
Does a 21 hit?
21 does hit.
I'd hope so.
I have bless.
My thing's over though, so.
Saving throws and attack roll.
9.
15? 15 hit?
No, 15 does not hit. 9.
Maggio.
Nice. Okay. And the creature, again, like the earth beneath it, sort of. You know how some things can move through sand? Kind of. Yes. And it vanishes from your sight.
15.
15 doesn't. It's very difficult to hit something that's like formless.
And stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it swings the staff down and just kind of thumps it
Four bards.
where it was a second
Four
ago.
bards just finished bard covered. Just out of it.
We're a band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be a
That'd be a cool
playing.
Oh, Ty, camera's gone.
Okay, she's gone.
No, not again.
Damn fridge.
Fridge, I don't understand.
How does electricity work?
It's a mystery. No one understands.
I think that'll be will be really fun to play. Just like a group of traveling bards. Might not be effective in combat, but the roleplay opportunities would be incredible.
I've honestly thought that a few times. That like assault, like all same class party, or like
I
a
would-
bunch of priests, or
But
like
there's
a
so
band
many
of
bards
knights
Yeah.
with like all paladins.
I think
like,
the
questing knights, kind
the
of
most
We're just
fun
like
I've thought.
crusaders.
Yeah, the most fun I've thought is
Yeah,
if a party of just clerics and paladins, like, and it's
Yeah.
you're like a holy order. Like, I think that would be a lot
that'd
of
be
fun.
sick.
Holy order of death.
Yeah.
And it's all cool, and it's like all very like Monty Python spec. Like we're all like, Sir Thurodon, I guess Sir Kincaid, like. Or you could do the same with like druids and rangers. You're all
Yeah.
part of like a
Nature.
druidic order, kind
Nature
of thing.
cult.
Yeah, exactly.
Turn it slightly back.
This way. This way.
Yep. Yeah, that's good. Perfect.
Super.
Dang
Right.
Fridge, is everyone warm enough by the way?
Mm-hmm. Toasty.
Toasted.
Just like. Actually, need to take my jumper from that one. No titties on stream.
Unless you're in a hot tub.
And then it's totally fine. Okay. So, you guys hear Fallon shrieking in agony. Just blood curdling.
But he's screaming loudly and it hasn't just suddenly stopped or died off. The
Yeah.
screaming.
So he's not dead.
Correct.
Okay.
Good.
The rope doesn't just go slack.
Yeah, exactly. As long as he's screaming, he's
it's still
alive.
caught.
Yeah.
You look run around, you see like his dead body just like laying around the grass.
That would be so weird.
Back to the top, we have Ronan.
Does it burrow up anywhere that we can see?
Not that you can see, it's vanished from sight. 2 and 2. So, Ronan is sort of like, what's happening? Where's Fallon? Anyone speaking?
Oh, like a weird
Are we allowed to be like?
initiative turn?
Yeah. So as like part of combat, you can sort of call out orders, have like very brief sort of discussions. He's just trying to get an idea.
He's over there, go. Don't worry about me, get out of the grass.
Okay.
Stay out of the way.
I'm
And-
just signaling like
Alright, so he's gonna use.
I don't speak commando. That is north? No, that's south.
Towards Wolfpine.
Yes.
Speak Navy SEAL.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alpha Tango Bravo.
Captain Zeta Jones.
Wait, so
Yes.
Towards Wolfpine.
no.
Back the way we came.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And that
the
would
way
be his
Ronan.
turn. Varys.
And it'll be he.
Rain.
Oh,
Raining.
I'm partially deaf.
Keep falling on my head.
I might just drop the torch for now. Sheathe the rapier, pull up the crossbow, load it. Bonus action applied. I think it's +7, so 23.
23 to hide.
23 to hide. And then ready action to shoot it as soon as I see it pop up. If, well, I don't know how it works. Like, if it pops up in my field of view sort of thing, just sort of thing.
So you hold your
Which
action.
way are you facing?
Well, yeah, can I turn around? So I'm facing, towards the group a little better. Yeah.
Where it was 2 seconds ago. Yep.
Yeah, where it was. Yeah.
Because that's where we're
And
all
you sort of just like.
so.
Well, yeah, I'm just waiting to see it, sort of thing. And,
However,
yeah.
as you turn, like the screaming is sort of behind you in the thicket.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
Fallon.
Yeah. And
get it pop up at him.
yeah, that's me. I'll
Okay.
stand.
So
on
just
guard.
remember you're holding your action. Beautiful.
Lady.
Ricky.
Right, I will stand up,
Lead.
spin around.
I knew you could do it.
Where to go?
It followed into the ground, sort of thing.
Yeah, like I'm fine with during the 6 seconds of
Yeah.
your turn, you guys having a quick like
Just
in
a
battle
couple
conversation.
words,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't look at
No.
the eyes.
Not like battle plans, but like it's
Do
gone
this.
that way.
It's gone that
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
Don't do this.
Short orders.
yeah. Okay, so
Lightning damage doesn't work.
I stood up and used half my movement, but I'm just going to move 5, 10. And I'm
Yep.
going to say, will I do? Yeah, all right. I will kind of slap Thurden on the side of his shoulder and cast invisibility on him.
Ooh.
Ew.
Ew.
So he goes invisible.
Not bad.
Yeah, I actually have an invisible
And then I'll
thing for
say,
you.
Attaboy Thurden, keep swinging big, and also give you Bardic Inspiration.
Very nice. Is that's one d6? Yeah.
That is, yeah, D6 at the moment.
Wonderful.
And you're also invisible.
Yay. Good.
Um,
It's advantage on
Advantage, yeah.
Yeah, but it'll
And,
roll up, yeah.
and
Yeah.
it will have disadvantage when it tries to attack you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is my turn.
Okay, Thurden.
How far? Oh, we haven't. It hasn't popped up yet, has it?
No.
But there's a hole underneath me, right?
It's not so much a hole, just the earth is loosened. Like if you were to if you were to take a plant out of the ground and then refill the hole with soil, it's not like firmly packed anymore. It's loosened and it seems to move.
But it's not a big tunnel.
Yeah. Well, we all heard Fallon scream, yeah?
Correct.
Who is the rope between Fallon and Kincaid, or Fallon and Rick?
Varys.
Down on me.
Yeah, but who?
So it goes like this. Boom,
Yeah, bang,
boom,
bang, bang.
boom.
Oh, okay.
So you'd have to leap a rope.
Well, you already got
I mean, it's pretty slack, I guess.
Or are you thinking of pulling?
I'm thinking of pulling
Yeah.
like him towards
Oh,
that
yeah.
line.
So you
Yeah.
need to approach Varys.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
you could
yeah.
pick up Varys and
Oh,
just
yeah, you
run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, what?
I'm picturing Thurin running this way, and like Varys is like looking over his shoulder, like watching his back, like.
I don't know watchtower.
Yeah. Just remembering you can't speak to him and run this by him, so
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
can't run all the way. Like my 30 foot won't take me all the way to where he is.
Yep.
I'm
Oh, it'd
where-
take you to where
It'll
Varys
take me
is.
to where Varys is, but it won't take me to where he is. So I'm just going to run up next to Varys and grab the rope,
Yes, it will.
joining.
Yeah, it would.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You have 30,
Yeah.
right?
So, just so you know, it's kind of obscured there. He's about 5 foot into the brambles.
You'd be stepping into
So is it like
you can see the rope.
So it's like
Straight
the,
in.
the
Yeah.
brambles start along this line, sort of thing.
Yeah, more or less. It's not like
Like
a
a bit,
perfect
yeah.
line, but he's enveloped in brambles.
So where's the bramble start? Like right.
You're about pretty
on the
much
line,
on them.
You're on the border.
So you see
Standing right next to the
you
house.
see the rope go into this thick
Okay.
mess of.
Then I might just go right next to where Varys is and then just
Okay. So,
grab
save
the
some
rope
movement.
and yoink.
All right, make an athletics check.
17 plus 7, 25.
Ooh, big one.
Good effort.
Rip him in half.
He's just like on one hit. dragging back through.
so hard
Oh, his
that the
head
rope,
just comes out in the bush.
that the rope just rips straight through his torso.
Just folds him in
Like
half.
big wire.
Yikes.
got
What's that movie? The Counselor with Brad Pitt and old mate who plays young Magneto, Michael Fassbender. It's really, really grim. It's about like gangs in Mexico.
Nah, yeah.
And they kill a guy by stringing up piano wire between 2 telephone poles because they know he comes through there.
Oh, yeah,
down
he
the
just
pipe.
rides. Yeah, just decapitates.
It is grim. Jeez.
Yeah.
So you just take this stance next to Varys, and invisibly he has no idea you're there. Invisibly, you tug as hard as you possibly can and like begin running sort of almost the other way, just to like pull
I've
as
got
fast
10
as you
foot
can.
Yeah.
back. So I'll pull it back there.
Bonk, bonk.
And Fallon is like roughly just yanked through. He is prone as you pull him, and he is not moving.
Ooh. And he's not screaming?
Do you have?
He is not making a noise.
I was gonna say lay on hands, but that's an action,
Well,
isn't
is
it?
it a
What was your
spell?
action?
Was my action pulling him?
Yes.
Yeah, so I can't use lay on hands because it's
Yeah, you've already used your action.
I've already used my
Yanked
action. The only thing I have that's really
it. Bonus action.
bonus action would be
Feed him a potion.
Shield of Faith.
Do you have any potions?
I don't think I have potions.
Who has the potions? Because we do
I've got no potions. I thought we bought potions, but
Yeah.
I think we used them, didn't we?
Oh, did we use
I
them?
think we might have used them.
Where would you have bought them?
We bought them in Stonebreak.
From who?
Yeah, I'm not.
No,
Dude,
I've never written any potions down.
I don't remember
I've
selling you
really
any.
got-
Are you thinking
I don't
maybe a one
remember
shot?
buying them.
You got some minor potions from the Koya tribe.
I was going to say, I know we got some potions from someone. I don't
Yeah.
remember buying them, but we
Oh,
definitely.
those healing poultices.
Yeah.
I don't have any written down.
That-
I've got nothing written.
I don't know who they were given to, but they were given to someone. I believe there were two.
But
not too sure.
They're basically akin to the lowest tier.
yeah, it's kind
Yeah.
of. Oh, okay.
I can't remember who got them.
No,
Do you remember who they were
yeah.
given to?
I have a feeling that it's Fowler.
Mm.
We'll search him.
Yeah.
Does that be an action to search him?
Was it? No, they wouldn't have given it to him. It's one of you. It has to be one of you.
Can we go back?
Why don't we just like dice off? And dice off, and whoever has it,
Sure.
everyone roll a d20, and whoever rolls highest has the.
Are we adding anything to it?
No,
The flat roll.
8.
12.
14.
11, so it's yours.
So I've got.
Ricky's got.
Ricky,
Yeah.
he's like, oh, I've got him.
Yeah.
What is it? Healing. How many was it?
It's like
Two,
2d4.
and then the
Two
it's
healing.
the
I'll
I'll add them
smallest.
now so we don't forget.
Yeah, good call.
I was like, I'm positive someone gave them. In my head, I was actually thinking, Austria.
Okay.
I had a feeling because didn't he give us some stuff, like, to help us go, like, because we were like, we want some horses, and he was like that, and then we were like, do you also have any, like, because we got some, like, rope and healing potions.
I
Am I
swear-
making that up?
Yeah, I think so.
I really thought we
No,
got
why do I feel
something
like
from Austria.
I thought we got stuff in Stonebreak. I thought we got healing stuff in Stonebreak. Which is where Austrian is.
I mean, if you guys haven't written them down, then
Yeah.
we haven't written
I think, considering we didn't write the healing poultices down and we're getting them, I think.
Yeah.
I don't remember selling any, but
Unless found
Yeah.
one.
I know that the Koya gave them to you for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah, we'll sit. We've got 2 healing poultices.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can't do anything with my bonus apart from
Yeah, we did get some stuff, but we bought it. I'm just having a look, sorry, because I bought bullseye light,
okay.
and I bought some oil, and I bought a couple of days of rations.
Yeah, I think it was that really quick. We need to leave now because the guide is leaving now, and it was like you've got half an hour to hit the
was
shops.
like, it's going to take me half an hour to go and get the horses if you can get your shopping done in that time.
Yeah.
And I definitely don't think we found potions in Stonebreak.
No,
It was
we got-
No, you looked
Travis
for them,
supplies.
but you didn't roll high enough.
Yeah,
I
we got-
believe was the outcome.
I bought like a swag
that
and
sounds
rations.
right. Because I was like, I remember talking to Ostran about healing potions,
Yeah, yeah.
but he's probably like, yeah, sure, you can go and buy some.
Yeah.
But then we couldn't find any or something like that.
Yeah.
yeah. That's why I thought we got some in Stonebreak.
Yeah, that'll be good.
There we go. The mystery
Okay.
has been solved.
We got it. All right, so I've got the Koya healing poultices on me.
All right. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I can't do anything else.
So basically, you pull him out just like a fish that's given up the fight. He's just
Yeah.
dragging through the grasses, and he is bleeding profusely.
I kind of need him alive for that vision.
Kincaid.
He's okay right now.
Maybe not with those rolls.
I mean, you can make a perception check as he comes out if you would like, but he's bleeding.
Yeah, can I try and do like a medicine almost? Is that?
On your turn.
Oh, okay.
So
Perception would just be like, what, how intensely
I'll
you...
just roll a tree.
17 or 18. So no, plus 0, 17.
Okay. Do you have expertise in medicine?
I have Jack of all trades, which is the bard ability that if I'm not proficient in something, I add half my proficiency. So I'm like,
Okay.
it's kind of the whole thing of bards. Like they learn a little bit of
You know
everything.
what? You did a first aid course at Bard.
Yeah. You've got your cert 1.
Yeah. So-
And there do appear to be some quite nasty gashes
Yeah.
around his neck
Yeah.
that are arterial in some manner. He is not good.
I guess in case Kincaid doesn't notice that, even though he's the doctor,
Yeah.
I'll kind of call that out. Like,
Yeah.
Stop the bleeding on his neck.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can see it just like pumping dark
Yeah.
liquid.
It's like let's go and do his heartbeat.
Yep. Yeah, I'll go over to him and cast Cure Wounds on him.
Okie dokie.
Level 1. 8.
Nice.
8 healing.
8 hit points back. Yep. Cool.
Okay.
Cure Wounds on...
So, the first time that anyone has gone down, let's use our alternative rules.
It's like a increase to the.
So, basically, when
You
you...
make a con save or something?
Yeah, when you go down...
Remember we had big discussions about it.
I thought we didn't. I didn't think we were using it.
Hold on. Basically, when you fail death saves, they linger until you have a long rest, or you get a restoration.
Yeah. Sorry, I agree.
When you go down, the time that you get back up and you've had death saves, you need to make a con save, or you maintain those death saves,
Yeah.
so that you can't just keep going one health
Yeah.
back up and no
Yeah,
death.
the failed death saves carry over.
Yeah,
If
so
you fail the
depending on
con
the con
save,
save, yeah.
he has just made a con save. He rolled a natural 20.
Oh,
So his death saves are erased.
cool. Okay, yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
I forgot all about that. We probably talked about it ages ago, and then it's never
Yeah.
come up.
No one has
Yeah,
gone down.
literally, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we've had people go down, but they've always come back before they've made their death.
No one's gone down yet.
I thought people
Yeah,
went to 0. Like, people have gone to 0.
he went to 1.
I have relentless.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the only time no one's actually
Yeah.
gone to 0, except for Fallon.
Yeah.
Yes, he he sort of sputters awake, and the
Stared
pulsing
dead in the face.
blood that was coming out of his throat it stops and sort of scabs over as Kincaid touches him, and he sort of opens his eyes. Oh, and he's just like on the ground, covered in slashes. That will. Oh no, it's still
Yeah.
Kincaid.
And then I'm going to, as a bonus action, use Harness Divine Power. So, like, grab the holy symbol around my neck and kind of concentrate on it for a second. And use my Channel Divinity to get a spell slot back. Spell slots back.
I like it. Lucky you.
Yeah.
Like Channel Divinity. It's nice.
Yeah, Channel Divinity is very good. It says turn undead, add extra damage to a melee hit, and then get a spell slot back. So it's kind of like something for all
A
occasions.
little bit of pep.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's it.
Cool beans. Fallon stands up, just like shaky as, like nearly topples over,
Stay away from the bloody brambles.
and I'm not looking at that thing again. What the hell?
Close your eyes.
And he is going to cast Cure Wounds on himself as well.
Yeah.
Champion.
I don't know if we think if he dies though.
I don't know if
those
my
movies where the guy dies and we have to find our own way there.
He could have very well died just then.
But also, it's one of those things.
But
Like,
it's been my
this guy received the vision. Like he's the chosen one of.
That's what was going through my mind.
3. You remember the guy, Elijah Wood? It was like he's the guy, you know, he's like the chosen one. He dies right away.
I don't remember.
remember.
I don't remember.
Spy Kids 3.
I think it's Spike.
3?
I
No.
only remember the first.
I remember the.
I remember the
Steve
first one.
Buscemi, and like, do you too think God lives in heaven because he lives in fear of his creation? It's like, this is a kid's movie.
What are you talking about?
This is a children's movie.
I don't know if you noticed the fucking sunglasses with magnifying things on them.
Yes, so fell on. Yes, kill wounds. Is it D8?
D8
D8
plus his
spell
modifier.
You can do a D12 if you want.
So
Or a
D8 plus
Or a D100.
Let's do a D
modifier.
Just do a D100, that's fine.
Whatever his wisdom is, plus 2 or 3 or whatever.
D20 times 4.
All right. So he sort of like puts his hands around on his back, and you see some green light pulse, and he sort of and he pauses the music with his pain. Yes, that will be. Oh no, he's gonna move. He's gonna move.
Yep, so
I need to get out of here. It doesn't. That's all he can get out. He's just locked. So he sort of backs away. He's just like looking around, a little shaken. It is.
oh, back up.
Yep.
Alright.
You hear that shimmering like.
It's his turn now, yeah?
We have a held action.
And it has to do the con save.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. It's the thing's turn, so it's con save.
It is, yes.
Yeah.
So is it radiant fire or is it normal fire?
It just says fire.
It's magical fire.
It's magical
Well,
fire.
it's
But it's
yeah.
fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It just says fire damage, yeah. So it's not like radiant.
not radiant.
Yeah.
What's the DC?
13 con?
That is a natural 14.
Does the fire go out, or does it just not take damage?
It just ends a spell, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
so fire goes out.
Successful save, the spell ends.
Yeah. No longer a fire. Hey, that got a good like
Just like,
extra.
well, it's still a
You
regular
got
oil fire.
18 damage on it.
Because that doesn't have a con save attached to it. That just burns for 1 minute.
So you've got your shot.
Held action, yeah, but like that's me looking at it. Do I have to do the charisma save thing right now?
Absolutely.
Yeah, like before the shot goes off is
Yep.
what I'm thinking. Oh, fuck off, cunt. That's a 6 again.
Where's the swear
Okay.
jar?
D8.
Swear jar.
That's one sneak attack dice.
Is there's some milk in there?
That's a 1.
Just drink it. Man up and drink it.
No, I've already had a drink, but it's just like the residue that's left at the
yeah.
end.
I like that.
And it's like
I mean,
The milky
I'm
dark.
gonna put it out there. You told him to do
Yeah.
it.
You held it out.
held it out.
What else was I
It
supposed
was
to
a
do?
joke. It was a bit.
Well, it came out
That's
better
how
than
I do comedy.
it came out better than we
Committed.
expected.
You want a milky D6?
Yeah,
I'll clean it later.
Yeah.
I'll clean it in the stretch break.
Just put it back in your thing.
Yeah, but yeah.
Put it back
yeah.
in your thing.
1. 1 on the D8.
1 on the D8.
Some points for a bigger.
1 is a freeze in place.
Yeah. So 2 rounds now. I'm just still doing this.
Yeah, it's just something about those eyes, and you pointed your thing at the
Is there a
sound.
way to look at it without looking at its eyes?
You can avert your eyes,
Yeah,
but
close your eyes.
Where,
Go
yeah,
up, down.
like, avert my, like, can I look at its kneecaps? Because it's 10 feet tall, and that's where the eyes are. If I turn to shoot it, can I just shoot it?
Eyes like
eye?
move.
Yeah.
the way that it's written, if you're within the range and you look at the creature.
Yeah, there's a bunch of creatures that like,
Yeah,
like
it's a
Medusas and
present.
Dazzlers and stuff where it's like you can either choose to avert your eyes and kind of go off sound and
Yeah.
have disadvantage,
Yeah,
but you
yeah.
don't have to get turned into stone.
Correct.
Right.
So, yeah, basically because it's like shifting, the eyes aren't located just in the head. Like it's sort of like morphing around the place, and as it comes out of the ground, just the way that it moves.
That's me, paralysed.
Okie dokie.
Not moving on my turn. Well done to me.
Yes, correct. Ricky.
Oh, was it not its turn? Because that was a readied action, remember?
Oh yeah, sorry. Yes.
As much as I don't want it to
Thank you.
smack Kincaid in the back, but
It's gonna come up and attempt to bramble you. See how the shell goes. 21.
Nope. Wait, yes.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, if I'd cast Shield of Faith and had a +1 shield,
All right. So the first, it slings its arms around, and you take 8 slashing. That is not going to hit though. The mandible sort of crashes against your shell, and it doesn't manage to penetrate, which is kind of what the shell's for.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah,
It's literally the entire point of evolving something like that.
No pointy.
Yep.
Let's go the way.
Let's see.
Oh no, that was invisibility.
Yeah,
I think you might have accidentally already taken it off Valhalla.
Oh,
Invisible.
Yeah.
Take
so
the ring off.
everyone but me.
Yeah,
But that ring is actually invisible.
that's
Yeah.
actual invincibility.
You take it off Fowler.
Yeah, yeah.
Have it in. Yeah.
Yeah, we took it off him. Beautiful. That is the end of its go. And Ronan keeps running back the way you
Yep,
guys
good.
have come from.
Yep.
So he
Get out of
That's
here,
fine. I
Ronan.
can take 8.
Yeah.
I'm on 18 out of 26, so it's like a third, but like that's fine.
So I think now we go to.
Now we go to the top, and Varus, this is your turn.
Am I still paralysed from that?
No.
Or no?
No,
Okay.
so you
Okay,
held your action.
Yeah.
When you saw it, you froze up for a second, and then like the panic sort of wears off. Start of your turn. Now, so you can choose to
Yeah, I'm
avert
gonna
your
avert
eyes.
my eyes and shoot at it.
So disadvantage. Yep.
Shoots Ricky in the head.
Double 14 plus 5, so 19.
Hey.
Nice. That is a hit.
It's a
You don't get
1d8.
sneak attack though,
I was hidden a long time ago.
because you have disadvantage.
Right.
If
Yeah. You need
That's
it. You can't. It has to be a neutral roll or better.
Or
Yeah.
advantage.
2 plus 3, that's 5 damage.
5. Very nice.
Not bad.
And then just gonna. I'll just move as far as I can. South.
You didn't realise that about sneak attack.
So it's like the best part. So is it like drawn out as like a flow chart? Like, do you have advantage? Like do you like what's the roll? Advantage, advantage or neutral? Proceed. Disadvantage, you can't sneak attack.
Yeah.
Advantage, you can sneak attack. Neutral, is there an ally within
Yeah.
5 feet?
Yeah,
you
it's
can like
Yeah.
that.
Standard.
Yep.
I
That's
think
yeah.
I do have that like saved somewhere. That's like a little flow
Think of a
chart.
little cute cat.
Because and then the thing that people get mixed up with is they go like, oh, I have to be hidden. It's like no, you just need either something within 5 feet
Yeah.
or advantage. But
Yep.
then there's hidden is the easiest way to get advantage,
Yeah.
which is then what you need.
Yeah. So yeah, like you freeze up for a second, and then sort of snap out and take a shot. It's not as like on point as you had hoped because of the freeze up, but it still does hit. Makes contact with the mass of this thing. Anything else? You've done your movement. Action?
Just yell out. Just retreat. Just get out of the grass.
Beautiful. Ricky.
Okay. So I want to cast a spell that says a creature that you can see.
That would mean you'd have to look at it.
So I'm gonna have to risk looking at it.
It's your call.
First reward.
Yeah. Okay. So the range of the spell is 60 feet. Okay. So
It is in range.
well, yeah, but I'm gonna back up a bit in case something weird madness happens to me.
Okay.
And I'm gonna
Like,
spin.
you hear this sound and you hear
Yeah.
Kincaid sort of like, ah!
Yeah, I hear it come up behind me, so I stumble forward a bit. Oh, because I'm still tied up, so I probably can't even move. I'd probably only be able to move like 5 feet because I'm tied
Kincaid.
to
What's the
Kincaid.
distance between your road?
We said like 10,
15.
15, so that's kind of pushing the 15
Actually,
there.
Pretty much. So yeah, I should be closer to Ricky. I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I thought we also said as long as we're all moving in tandem.
Yeah, but it's like the amount of slack between us is sort of...
Yeah, like that's how much free movement you've
Yeah.
got. Then if we all want to move beyond that.
Okay, so yeah, so I turn around and I look at it to cast a spell.
Make that charisma save.
Come on. I got a +5, so like theoretically 19.
Ah, and are you holding your sword? Because these are all charismas, so you've got advantage on those. With the
I think that's might just be
Versus
ability
saves
checks,
as
I think
well.
we said.
Ability check.
Yeah, I think otherwise that'd be pretty good. But yeah,
I mean,
19.
advantage on all
Good thinking though.
pretty bomb.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That is a success. You sort of steel yourself and what are you casting?
I'm casting Phantasmal Force on it. So it needs to make an intelligence saving throw.
18.
It saves. So does anything
Sorry, I rolled a natural.
Yeah, it's like intelligence. Surely this is.
It's got -1.
But you don't know that.
I mean, yeah.
Does anything happen?
Well, on a failed save, no, okay, yeah, nothing happens.
Okay. So what does it normally do?
So it's basically what it's the one where I create an illusion that it thinks is real.
Okay.
So it's basically like gonna have these metal chains come up from the ground and just like wrap around it and start strangling it and like.
Okay. So you think this as you sort of conjure the spell, and usually you have to sort of fixate on something's mind to be able to do so. But this thing is free form. You can't really get a bead on like its intelligence center. Like the nature of this thing is too hard to place, and the spell fades.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, no, that's right. That will be me then.
Thuridin,
What are the rules for walking backwards?
you can do so.
There aren't any. It's just
So
moving.
I'm just gonna walk backwards.
Okay.
Moonwalk right into a strike.
15, 20, 25, 30. Now I'm directly behind it.
Okay.
I've not looked at it.
Okay.
That should be fine to it. Do I have to do a saving throw?
Are you looking at it to hit it?
Now I am.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's you either you can attack with disadvantage
Because-
and not have to do the save, or you can.
Because last time I
attack
didn't
normally.
have to do it when he popped up in front of me. He didn't make me.
Didn't I?
No.
Roll twice. No, I've missed one. Yes, you have to. So it's basically an
Yeah.
aura.
Right.
It's like a trade-off.
Yeah.
See, that's why, because you didn't make me do it last time. I thought if I could get behind him, maybe.
So you decided a little moonwalk
Yeah.
might work. No, fair enough. Sorry, I missed one.
What was it again?
Charisma.
Charisma.
Charisma saving.
So 21.
Nice.
Very nice. Success. So the moonwalk is enough for you to be like,
I got my swagger.
yeah.
Bingo, bango, bongo.
You drop in biz,
You've got
advantage.
Okay.
So, yeah. Overall,
So,
you could have hit. You could have averted your eyes for no penalty.
and just had a normal.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's right. Yep.
So 23.
23 will hit. Good job.
And yeah, you've got Bardic Inspo as well. Remember.
That's a 2, but I'm going to re-roll with my great weapon fighting.
Oh,
That's a 7 plus 5, 13.
$7.
And it's 1d6 of Bardic Inspiration.
Yep.
Plus 4.
Nice. So 17.
17.
Big.
Very nice. So you just sort of like, you're averting your gaze until the last moment, and then you just turn and hammer straight into the side of the thing. And like you feel the impact go, and all of the vines and brambles and thorns sort of like shimmer in pain. But, I mean, it's hard to tell how much this is doing.
I just no tap.
Alrighty. Any bonus?
No bonus.
Alrighty.
I don't know how long I'm gonna go without a long rest. I don't want to like burn all my spell slots right now.
Kincaid. You're up.
I'm the end one end of the rope arm.
You are the slow end,
Does
yeah.
that mean that I could move the full 25, like if I went directly down, given that I'm tied to Ricky?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm
it's
kind of
because
your
it's kind of like, yeah, exactly.
You
It's
can
like,
move,
it's roughly
yeah.
15 feet, so I'll go my full 25.
Alright, so it will provoke an opportunity.
Yeah, but
We'll see. I'll do a call. Does a 26 hit?
No.
So that is 14 slashing.
Yelches.
So as you turn to walk away, taking your eyes off it for a second, it just lashes out. It lashes out with its mandibles and just scores your arm, shoulder, elbow, like just right down the side.
yeah.
Head, shoulders, knees.
Yeah, it's fine. This is fine.
And for the first
Runs past me like spitting blood.
for the first time, you see Kincaid like in pain, bleeding.
Cool. So I'll move. So 5, 10, 10, 15, 20. So, bonus action. Dinging it. So I have to make the charisma save first.
Do you need to look at it before your spiritual weapon attacks it?
No.
Yeah. Then you don't need to.
Weapon has arrived.
Yeah.
22.
Hit.
That's 10.
That's 10.
7. I think force. I think it's 7. Force? Yeah, 7 force damage.
Very nice. All right.
And that's my bonus action. And then for my action, just to see. So, Chill Touch doesn't say anything about being able to see the creature.
How is it targeted?
You create a ghostly skeletal hand in the space of a creature within range. Make a ranged spell attack against the creature to assail it, yada yada, on a hit, yada 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 yada. So it's kind of like I know where it is and I just conjure up this hand to hit it. Does
But I
that make
suppose
sense?
it's just the how do you
Ranged spell
interpret
attack.
ranged spell attack, I guess, would be the other thing.
That's making an attack with my magic, like using, you know, I'm conjuring a
It's basically
hand.
the same thing as the spiritual weapon.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can create a ghostly skeletal
In its
but
in
the
its space.
of a, and I know
That makes
where
me think it's just an area of effect. Like it's not like a particular spot, just an area.
I mean, yeah, it targets
yeah.
a one creature.
Yep.
But, yeah, like,
Yeah. Go
and I
for it.
know where it is because it just won't.
Yeah, absolutely. You're very acutely aware of where that thing is.
Yeah, cool. You.
What's this spell, sorry? What's this?
This is Chill Touch. Casting that.
Chill touch.
But 13 misses.
13 does miss. Bummer. Yeah, so at this point, the grass has been slashed pretty hard. Like it's lightly obscuring vision. Like it's not. You can see part way through, but there is some slight cover with its thickness now. Andy, your go, Kincaid.
Yup.
All right, Balan. Is going to run back and he's going to whip out his bow. He's going to avert his eye and just like he's going to take 2 shots.
And he hits the 2 guys.
Woo! That's a hit.
They sound so hefty.
Yeah.
Bloody bloody.
It's so erotic. Shit. That's 2 hits.
Nice.
He is
Blind fire.
furious at having nearly been killed by this thing. And he just like, he hears Kincaid shout out and sort of turns his ear a little and lets loose a shot and follows another quickly. And they both strike. Yeah. Cool. Seven damage and 9 damage. Wait. He kills it.
Oh,
He actually kills it. He's won
It's
just enough damage.
Yeah, I was just thinking of ways we can try and retreat.
7 and 9 takes it to 94. Yep. Oh, shot.
How
Beautiful.
much HP did it have?
He rolled so well on those 2 disadvantage attacks.
See, that's what we mean. Not consistent, but
Yeah.
he can bring it.
He can.
He has great potential.
In total, you did 94 to it.
Yeah, nice.
Jesus.
So it had slightly less than 94 health.
Took a lot of damage.
Okay, so his second shot just like time slows, and it goes through the mass of this thing, and it sort of like withers and starts moving real jerkily, and
What a jerk.
collapses into the dirt, and the brambles and thorns sort of just like begin receding, sort of snaking through the earth and the grass back towards like the the bramble side of things, not
Do I see like anything
sort
drop
of east.
or as it goes down, or it's just like returning to the earth?
Yeah. Yeah, it is bound in some way, but you don't see anything like holding it together or
Right.
no central piece of it. And it goes quiet. And you're all just sort of like... And Fowlers, did I get it? And he looks up very sheepishly, just like...
I just put my thumb up. We can see it.
Kincaid like coughs up a bloody chunk of something.
And Fowler just falls onto the ground, drops his bow at his side.
I'm fine. I didn't get hit.
Did you?
He didn't target me. I was hiding in shit.
It was just you two.
I just got hit that once, that big one.
I copped a couple. I'm on
Yeah.
4 health.
Oh,
Oh yeah. So can
I just didn't think about the opportunity to.
can I open the portal or try?
you sure can.
12 plus.
Aussie calculate. I'm just gonna walk up to Kincaid and
Lay hands upon.
when he lay on hands on.
Okay.
I suggest that we should.
Short rest.
Yeah, let's head
14.
back to camp.
Yep.
Sure.
Yeah, so you
I
can...
just got up.
Yeah. I want to grab the blood
It'll
gem
be a while.
and then
till
go up
the
to
next
Kincaid and just hold it near
long
us.
rest. Yeah.
Okay. So you take this like semi-glowing blood gem, and it appears to have dulled a little since overnight. It was only a couple of hours ago, but it is still pulsing in a very dim way. And you hold it up near him, and what do you do?
So I just want to see, like, if I move it closer to him, does it, like, the blood that's all over him or that he's coughing up, does it suck it into itself? Or, like, how close do I have to get to before it does? Or...
When you put it against his skin, the blood sort of runs over it, but it
Boys, more that's creepy.
it doesn't absorb it in
Okay.
any way.
Okay.
I don't know.
Kind of
Your
cool,
blood.
boy.
I'm just thinking. Yeah, I don't know.
Wasn't absorbing it last time.
Yeah,
When
it was sucking the blood into
like,
it,
yeah.
but it was like, so I
But
guess
it was
it must be
your
like,
blood.
I need to, well, it's either like,
When you've like sacrificed the blood to it,
yeah,
rather
sort
than
of
just blood that
collecting.
happens to be around.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, alright.
I walk up to them and like,
You put it in like the lizard man corpse, and it kind of did a similar thing. Like the blood moved around a little bit, but didn't suck it in. It was only when you kind of like we actively hurt ourselves with the intention of it going in.
Yeah.
Like offered our blood to it, kind of spec.
Theoden comes and stands over you
I'm
guys,
like-
just like
I'm like,
quizzical.
you know the Travolta in Pulp Fiction is like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah, we'll explain it to third.
Yeah,
we're not playing around
drinks
with
blood.
blood. Yeah.
I ask for it, and then I pick up my sword.
This is no good.
How much damage does it
Right, so long sword.
do? How much does it do?
D8, yes.
Alright, and then I just go to cut myself with the longsword.
Okay.
7
So you
+5.
plus 5.
no,
Dab it through your.
basically like damaging yourself. You control. Like I want to do this amount of damage. It's,
I wanna
it's
do
not, like, there's no
maximum-
force behind it. You just sort of like
I want to do
Control.
like full damage, so I guess 8 plus 5, 13 damage.
okay. So you do
Gem
13 damage to yourself. So you just and you guys are just like
I'm just like, this is not the time.
Ballard's on the ground, looks up and sees you just like slash yourself.
It's like, I'm not healing you.
And the small prism just like it begins to blindingly light up. So you guys are all very aware of it now because remembering it's very dark currently,
Yeah.
and this thing just glows, beaming reddish light.
So does it feel like it's like full set like with that light, or
Make an Arcana check.
what's my Arcana? 15.
I mean, it feels active. It feels awakened in your hand, but you're not sure what to do with it. While you're sort of like, you guys are just sort of recoiled, like, whoa, Fowlan's on the ground. Ronan, come back!
Maybe we should go
let's,
to him.
let's
Yeah, I
go
think
back
we
to
should get out
camp.
of this.
Okay, don't come back.
We're coming to you.
Ronan, wait at the camp. We're coming to you.
I'll help Fallon up. But
He's
Yeah.
still...
get us moving.
Oh,
Kincaid's kind of like leaning on the staff
Yeah, you're on
a
like
bit.
2
Like,
hit points or something, aren't you? Yeah.
Some sort of.
did you lay on hands in?
No, because
we're
we're gonna have a
thinking we're gonna have a short
Okay.
rest.
Yeah.
We're gonna go back have a long
You got
breakfast.
you guys have just woken up from your long rest, and
Yeah.
you come out of the grass just like
It's like you go to like, woken up and just gone to the gym first thing.
Shredded.
Like, just popped out of bed and gone straight to the gym, and now we're coming back after a session.
you're coming back shredded. Yeah,
Yoked.
you feel me?
Thick. And juicy.
Oh, I'm out of talent juice. Wait, what time is it?
Do we, now that we're kind of we're in the
Oh, it's only 8:15.
we're in the
I'll
aftermath
solo
of the
please.
fight, I was going to say, do we want to like take a break?
Yeah, we can.
Stretch
Let's do that.
break.
So as you guys begin to exit the grass, we will exit the grass. We'll be right back. Don't go nowheres, people. But if you do,
D4 inspiration.
take that D4 inspiration. Are you getting me a drink?
What does driving you get?
Dinner. All right.
All right, back from break.
Indeed.
Back from break. Everything's still gravy.
Cameras on.
So, Fallon is just like, oh, and he slowly scrabbles himself out of the dirt and stands up, and you guys limp your way out of the grass. You travel back south, probably 50 odd, 60 foot, and you come out, and it's just, it was moderately claustrophobic being close quarters with this thing that just keeps popping up. And Fallon sees Ronan. He's just like, you fool. You nearly killed me. He's like, I didn't mean to.
Also me. Look at him.
I'm going to make intimidation.
Sure. 1.
Reroll. Hit the mic. Reroll.
18?
Are we taking that reroll?
It was a team effort. Fallon and Kincaid. It just sort of like hits Ronan. You see it. You see it hit him. And it's just like
the seriousness sort of.
the gravity. Like you can see that Fallon, who is always like strong in his eyes, is ratchet.
I just walk up to him, obviously fine. Pat him on the shoulder, like smack him on the back of the head, like put my arm around him, and I just shake my head.
He becomes pensive, like he's taking in, like thinking about it laterally, what he's done and the impact of it.
Be guilty, just do better next. Just popping up like.
Fallon like coughs out a blood clot, just like
Hey, you and me, both, buddy.
He's just coughing up turtle eggs.
Like owl pellets.
yeah. And Ronan's like, I shouldn't have followed you.
Nope.
Pretty much.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
We can't change that now.
At least
Fallon's just, you fool.
Oh, I take a big swig of vodka and hand it to Fat.
And he like puts some on his wounds. He's like, ah,
It stings, eh?
have some of that.
Yeah, flick the mayo.
Unscrews the top, and he tries a little bit on the wound. He's like,
Yeah, that doesn't feel good.
He doesn't even come out.
Yeah, disappear.
Well, disappear.
yeah, that's why he's like,
Yeah.
he takes a double shot of it, and he hands it to Ronan. He's like, when I tell you something, listen next time, please. And Ronan's just like, okay, okay.
Okay.
And yeah, you guys are sort of at the base of some other trees, sort of, tucked away a little, just out of plain sight. with Wolfpine. It's your backdrop. What would you like to do?
Short rest.
Yeah, I'll sit down.
I'll ask
I
you
want to
for-
try it.
Oh, you're gonna.
I was gonna try to channel my, see if I can like channel my madness into it somehow.
Okay.
Yeah,
How long are you going to?
the whole short rest.
Okay. To no effect, basically. At the end of the short rest, like you're like, it's still glowing, but doesn't seem to have abated.
Yeah.
Now, ooh, I would say, retroactively, now that you're having some time to think, while you were fighting that creature, Thurden, the presence of that thing, whatever it is that's watching you, was intense. You were a little distracted in the moment, but now that you look back, like you sort of remember how intense that feeling was, that it felt like it was just watching your every step. You don't see anything behind you. And again, you can't see it unless you are looking through this mask, unless you dare to look through the mask again.
Oh, no risk more madness.
But
Unless it stays with my madness that I currently. If we make that a thing, where, you know.
you're welcome to try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would
We
have
are
like,
taking a short rest.
yeah, I would have sat down, got my drum out. I'm playing a very slow,
Oh yeah, the song.
slow melody and doing a bit of throat yodeling.
A throttling?
Is it a D6?
It's if anyone who spends hit dice over a short rest adds an extra d6.
Oh, actually, yeah. When you right at the end, like, can I? Because he was playing with the gem for the whole thing. Can I get it off him at the end of the short rest, do a little bit of damage to myself, and then spend my hit dice at the end of the rest to heal myself for that?
Yeah, sure. I mean, you could talk to him and set that up.
Yeah,
that's fine.
yeah. Well, yeah. Could I? Thank you.
Yeah. Ah!
Much obliged. So,
How much are you doing to yourself?
I'll. No. I'll do it.
You mimed hitting.
It's just yeah. It's like 20. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Did.
well, I died. That was
Cave
fun.
my ribcage in.
Yeah, how much are you doing to yourself?
I'll just do. I think hit dice is like D8, so I'll do
Yeah.
8. Is it a D8 or a D6?
I'll just
D8.
hand you the long sword
Okay.
that I was holding.
D8, and then
Yeah.
plus your con mod.
Ah, yeah. So
And then plus a D6 from Song of Rest.
Oh, okay. So in which case I'll do 14.
So I used 2 hit die.
17.
I
I'll do
used
17 damage to myself of my 23 hit points.
Jeez.
I did 3 hit dice.
Okay, beauty. Using any hit dice?
Yeah, I used to.
Cool.
Healed me up. Being skilled.
So yeah, if you do use hit die, you can add a d6 if you're to your healing. So if you're not at full-
My two healed me up.
Ah, okay, yeah.
And then,
My first one
Yeah.
I rolled a 2. So I'm like, I'm going to use 6.
Yeah, and that's the beauty. You can do that.
Yeah.
So what's the Song of Rest, sorry?
So it's just
Maximum.
as a bonus action, a creature. Oh wait, no, that's whoops. That was bardic inspiration. If you or any friendly creatures who can hear your performance regain hit points at the end of a short rest by spending 1 or more hit dice, each of those creatures regains an extra 1d6.
okay.
Okay.
I rolled 2 before.
So did you roll your
he-
d6?
Yes. So I rolled my 2 hit die and added the d6, and I'm at full.
I was thinking you roll the d6 and that's how much everyone gets back.
Oh, I rolled a 3.
Ah, okay. Well, I rolled.
I rolled 2 before he
go
did
go
that.
off the
Can I
three.
remove the second one that I rolled?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So it's 1 hit die.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So yeah, I rolled a 3 on the d6 then.
So in
Okay, so that
future,
brings me up to.
you roll the d6
Yeah, okay.
and that's what everyone gets.
I like that.
Cool. Okay,
That
so
makes it even.
an extra 3.
So that goes for like Fowlan and Ronan as well.
Yep.
Because they can hear me and they're friendly creatures.
Yeah, that actually got me up to perfect because I rolled a 10.
Yeah.
I'm missing up 25 out of 26, but
Yeah,
that's around to that.
How much are you?
25 out of
lay on
26.
hand.
Oh, one lay on hand. You.
Yeah. Thank you.
I was also thinking, what's like the moral implications of maybe eating some lizardmen?
They're kind of humanoid, but it's not.
That's what I'm like,
it's not quite
meat is
cannibalism.
meat.
I'm like, I feel like after a bit
No,
of
no,
a
it
battle
is
like that-
cannibalism.
Yeah,
It's
after a
not
bit of meat,
cannibalism.
like, battle like that, we need to
Yes, it
be.
is. How is it not?
Oh, actually,
Same
it does that one here too. No.
You're talking to me like Theoden can respond.
But you're talking to me like Theoden can speak.
This is an out of character discussion.
Oh, well then it's absolutely cannibalism.
Kincaid's never out of character. Method
Yeah,
acting.
it's for sure cannibalism.
Kincaid.
Would it be good? Absolutely.
A little more guile.
All right.
But there's nothing
So-
wrong with it.
Did the gem glow a little bright?
Depends who you ask.
No, it seemed to reach a peak,
Okay.
and I'd say you could stop halfway through if you wanted.
Okay,
you
well,
notice no change
That's cool.
about halfway
Just
through,
keep sawing your armor.
Yeah.
and so
Yeah,
I'd say
rolling.
like you're
Yeah,
looking at the
that's
thing.
Yeah, and
Yes,
it's
I know.
not. Right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
I like the
Well, yeah,
TV
I'll
plus.
just
Exactly.
well, yeah, I'll just use one less hit though.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, okay. Well, yeah, short rest is over. I don't have time to do anything with it. So yeah, I'll just put it in the.
I mean, you can always try channeling what you were doing before. That's all.
Well, yeah, I was just I might have a quick crack at that. I
But it
guess.
didn't take you too long when you were doing it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, for the no, I don't.
You
I
were
don't-
channeling a spell into
Yeah,
it.
yeah, but I was thinking like, do I get? I don't think I get spell slots. I
You
did a
don't.
short rest. It's long rest.
The only people who do that is wizards.
Yeah.
And that's only
And warlocks.
Yeah, it's arcane
I'm
recovery.
warlock, sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. So, yeah. I'll hold off on the spell slot thing until we long
Yeah.
rest.
Yeah. And I mean, like, I have that one channel divinity that I can do where I can get back one spell slot, but I can only do that particular channel divinity one per day.
Yeah.
So, like, I can do all of the other channel divinities as many times as I have channel. Like, if we take 10 short rests, I can do turn undead 10 times.
It's pretty cool.
It'd be a very sleepy day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very lazy day, but
Have a nap, nuke some undead. Have a nap, nuke some undead.
I don't.
So, question. You said that I could still feel the things watching me. With Divine Sense, it says, you know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet of you that's not behind total cover.
Yeah.
Now, would I be able to sense these creatures with it, or do I have to be looking through that like mirror world thing?
You're welcome to use
Yeah, I
your
just want
divine
to spend
sense.
one Divine Sense, see if I can sense them despite the mirror not being there, or the window rather.
Yeah. You are unable to actively, like, that. It doesn't feel like they're around you, but your brain tells you otherwise. Make of that what you will.
So they're obviously from another plane that I can only sense through the mask.
Potentially.
hips.
What hips? Beautiful. So the long rest comes to a finish, and Ricky's playing. You'll feel a little bit more.
No, I'm going to save spell slots for when we do the long rest.
Yep.
While you're drumming, you get that sense, that prickle at the back of your neck where, after he's mentioned these things watching you, you get that feeling just deep in your gut that there's something behind you.
I think, like, Ricky just kind of embrace it and almost give him a little mental nod.
Alright, beautiful.
Like, I see you.
Yeah.
I'm aware.
After you and
Yeah.
first Pete.
Just break wind. Stand behind me, will you?
Make intense eye contact and piss. Assert dominance.
Piss directly
You
where
mean
the shadowy
I would
form
like-
is. Just piss through the shadow.
Over your head.
Yeah.
Like that bloody around the twist thingish.
Yeah. Always comes back to around the twist.
What the hell show is that?
Because it was Paul Jennings' book, so
Yeah.
what the hell was he on when he was
Oh
writing?
man, something different.
However, that over-the-wall pistol with me is like that one scene that I always remember, especially with at the end the spirit like winking at him.
Yeah, through
Through
the
the water
tap or
tap.
whatever. I was just like, ooh, that's not frightening at all.
Yeah, I just remember the robot dude who went around and had what he could make chocolate soft serve from his nose.
Yeah.
And like that's
And do you remember
so
the
weird.
cabbage kids?
I don't remember that.
The cabbage
That
kids
episode freaked me out.
were
Everyone was like slightly scarred by that show.
Yeah.
100%.
Wasn't there one where his pants wouldn't stay on or something like that?
Well, there was the one where Pete got pregnant with the tree.
Yeah.
He threw it up to give
What?
So he peed on a tree and there was a tree spirit in the tree and it got him pregnant and he went through full pregnancy and then to give birth he threw it up in the midst of all this green slime.
Oh.
And there was a baby.
I feel like, you know how we talked about how we should do a podcast? We should
That's-
watch that and pick it
Yeah.
apart.
Yeah, viewing
Oh.
party
Round the twist.
Wow.
Existential horror.
Have you ever-
basically.
And it was on at a normal time slot.
It's just-
It was a kid show.
Just like,
I have a very distinct memory on a wet day timetable. They put it on
Yeah.
at primary school, and it was the episode where his dick gets turned into a propeller.
Yeah, he eats
And-
some fish
Yeah,
somehow. I don't remember exactly how.
I
He eats
remember
a
sitting
fish.
watching it, and it's this is normal. That's crazy.
so-
I want to keep watching.
You're a kid and you don't know anything different.
Yeah. I'm damn, I'm gonna go eat a fish. I want to swim that fast. Are you kidding? Look at him go.
The thing is,
It's like a dolphin.
the peeing episode, because I've done that before in primary school.
trying to whiz over
Like-
something.
No, because we had in one of the toilets, we had the urinal trough, this high wall, and then the sink trough next to it. And so kids would try to pee over that.
Yeah.
I got it when my friend was washing his hands. I hear this ting ting ting. It's like, you just got piss on my hands, and I was like, I didn't. It's like
Yeah.
around the twist.
Yes, I'm just like that strange TV show.
Except you can't do it anymore
Oh.
because
Peeing on children is frowned upon.
no,
Even when you're a child.
I'm thinking a more biological way because when you're younger, your abdominal muscles are pushing against your bladder, so it gives you that extra,
Okay.
extra force. But as you get older, they spread further and further apart, so you don't get that
The
same
super
pressure.
soaker is extra pumped up.
Well, yeah, I do remember the boys at our school would just stand as far away.
Oh yeah.
And it's just
You would definitely testing who could go back the furthest.
But now we can't do that as well as we used to because of how far away the
You
bladder is.
just
from-
got to step up your workout.
Yeah.
You gotta really clench your ass.
Just get in those Pilates classes.
live to win.
Get some Kegels going on. You'll be right. Okay. You
As an interesting aside,
back to D&D. You while you're sort of sitting around, Balan is having quiet words with Ronan. The snippets you do catch are kind of he's impressed that he followed that long and wasn't killed by something or heard by you guys. But there's some admonishment in there. Just sort of
I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed.
I'm kind of. You hear. I'd say you wouldn't need an insight check. You hear a little bit of pride in his voice that he's done this well to get this far, at least. But there's also, the stupidity factor.
I look at Ronan and I say, point towards back home.
Okay. He sort of immediately looks at Fowlan, and Fowlan's like, would it be more dangerous to send him home now or perhaps leave him here?
Probably safe with us.
I've seen what you can do, but I've seen what we've fought.
Also, we don't know what we're going to encounter
Yeah.
in Wolfpine.
And also, we know he came and followed us without any dramas.
But
It was only when he got into that
Well, so-
mess there.
yeah.
Idea we have to go back through that, Grace.
yeah.
Yeah.
And no one has been in the deeps in 10 years. We don't know what to expect down there. We don't know if we can protect him. I kind of don't want that
if he
added
goes
pressure.
back, if we escort him back to the tree line, he'll be able to find his home, way home, just fine, shouldn't he?
Or as a
I mime.
yeah, or as a middle. Have you got a stick and you're writing in the dirt?
Yeah.
As a I don't know, kind of best of both worlds. Does he either here or at Wolfpine itself, somewhere that seems relatively safe if he kind of makes camp and stays
I
somewhere
still don't want to
relatively
leave him
safe.
like around this area just by himself because who knows?
Fallon sort of, I've heard all that I need to hear. Some wise words. Ronan, you should go back home. You should not have followed us in the first place. To allow you to continue with us would reward your behavior. And absolutely.
This goddamn child.
As much as I'm impressed with your tenacity, it's stupidity that you need to temper. So you should leave now.
Oh yeah, no, I hold my hand out to Ronan. Fallon gave him the mayo flask. He never gave it back. Give me my goddamn mayonnaise.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, I then just splash some in his face.
And it goes,
Yeah, it disappears. Let that be a lesson to you.
oh, what is that?
Delicious mayonnaise.
It's like eggy.
Oh my word.
Oh, yeah, he did try it, didn't he?
Wait,
I'll offer it to him.
I need you guys to talk amongst yourselves. Hold on.
Okay.
Well, yes.
Yeah, okay, so send him packing on his way.
If he's going,
Yeah, send him
I
back.
might cast some stuff on him just
Yeah.
to help him on his way.
I was tossing up, do I use my last second level slot to cast invisibility on him? So
I wasn't going to cast second level stuff.
Yeah.
I was going to.
Can I have it?
I don't really have any first level ones that could help
Do you
him.
have
but,
anything that what do you have that lasts for longer than just a couple of minutes?
Invisibility.
Is the main one?
Yes, it lasts an hour. The rest, like silence, I could cast on him for 10 minutes, so he's not making noise in the thing. But I don't know if that moves with him.
I think that's just a point, isn't it?
Yeah,
I'm honestly not sure, but
yeah, it is just it's a
yeah, I could cast enhance ability on him, but I'm not sure if I want to spend a second level slot.
Yeah,
The main one I was thinking was false life. Oh no, I can only cast that on myself. That's annoying.
I need to
Maybe we just give him some rations.
I need to retcon very slightly.
yep.
Mm-hmm.
When you handed the flask around, Fallon sort of takes a swig and he goes, "Is this a trick?" And it's just sort of like, "Where's the?"
Is it? So I take
He
it.
hands it back to you.
Is it? I look in. Do I see mayonnaise?
No, you've never like seen stuff in it. It's only when you sort of
Okay.
pour
Well,
it.
I just and spit it into my hand. What do I see?
It tastes of wine.
It's changed to
Ah, so it's changed to
Oh.
wine. So if I swill it around, is it now slosh?
Yeah.
Oh, it changes liquid.
Not for you, Ronan.
And
what happened to
The taste of home.
same sort of thing when you
Wine.
spit it out. It
Dissipates.
just dissipates into nothing.
Yeah.
But same rules apply, but it has changed.
If you say wine, Ricky asks for a big sweet, please.
Yes. Well, it's seemingly infinite. So
Does that mean you
So-
can just chug a lug a lug a lug, get absolutely lit, and then when you give it back, it just dissipates and you're so gone?
No, it's still.
no, once you
it's,
still
consume it,
exists.
like once you
Okay.
consume it, you get all the benefits of
Yeah.
being wasted.
Yeah.
so
Ricky,
yes, you could certainly get
Ricky
super ripped,
red,
but
absolutely
wine
skinned.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Ricky is regretting not bringing a wine skin, so he's chugging it.
King
Buy offer to
spend
PK.
the short rest getting absolutely turned.
Fallon like
Is there a drunk condition?
Poisoned.
I'm
That's, if you look at the yes, I want. If you look at the picture of poisoned in the like the
someone's
condition,
drunk.
it is absolutely someone drunk.
Alcohol
No,
poisoning.
I don't get it. I have a nice.
No, yeah, I'd have a big old sweet.
Yeah.
you will-
The taste.
What kind of wine is it?
it's not the highest of quality. Like it's passable. It's
The shittier the
a
better.
dark, earthy sort of flavour.
It's good.
Is it a nice Shiraz?
No,
Is
a
it
red
Sam? Okay, the Shiraz is a red one.
Oh yes,
Pinot
but it's
Noir.
red.
Pinot.
Peanut Noir.
I don't know.
Peanut Shiraz.
It's unnamed. Like it's got some tones from a Shiraz, we'll say.
It's excellent. It's a weird Shiraz.
It's a bit
Yeah.
nutty.
Yeah.
It's really
a bit strange.
Shiraz.
And you notice that the egg sort of symbol on the front now appears to resemble grapes.
Do I?
So it's just sort of like burnished in
I wonder
the,
what
in
it
the
is.
flask.
I wonder how to change it.
Yeah. Do I? With
I don't.
with my
it could be a
brewer's
time thing,
supplies,
number of uses.
proficiency.
It's probably
do I
number of
know
uses.
notice anything in particular about
Start
the wine?
tracking how many times we take a swig. I
In
reckon.
terms of, like, what are you trying to notice?
Fell
I
on
have
the first one of
tip-
wine, then I had some.
I drink a bit of it and kind of
Then
you
I'll
know,
offer
go
you
through
as
the
well.
flavour and like is
Five.
oh this
Well, we have
is
to
the
make sure
famous wine of King
No,
Philip.
no,
It was only made like is it just or is it just like no this is wine?
It tastes fairly nondescript. Like there's no major factor that would be like, oh, that's the northern region wines,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
that's
Just the
from.
good shit you have in church.
It's
Not
it's
Yarra Valley.
yeah,
it's not great. It's good,
it's fine.
but yeah, it's sort of
The
bland in
one
a
you'd
way.
happily buy for just having of a Thursday evening,
Yeah.
but you wouldn't
It's a
necessarily.
$10
want
to
to pull out when you've got
$12
friends
bottle.
around.
Yeah,
So
And then
Fallon had a swig. He had a swig.
Fallon had a swig and spat it right
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
He had a swig.
Ugh.
Yeah,
I'll
Kincaid
take it.
Kincaid had numerous swigs.
How many
Yeah.
swigs?
we'll chalk that up as 3.
Yeah,
Three
sure.
swigs.
Oh, you're marking them, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we're trying to work it out.
See if it's time based or swig based.
So
Oh.
five,
I'll say I would. Ricky would have had.
So
two
all
or
of us
three.
had a swig except for Ronan. He's
Do you know-
call it at 10.
Do you know what we should do? Is just before we take the next long rest, Kincaid will just chug log it down and see if it
runs out.
see if
Can it run out?
see if it changes into something else before he starts throwing it.
Mid, you'll start tasting like muddy water.
like
consuming X volume, it changes, or
I love mid chug it changes to oil and you
just rounds himself.
You know, it's a great
immediately.
idea doing that before going into the deeps.
Yeah.
That's just
That's what I said before the next long rest, so I could sleep it off.
So I can sleep it up.
good
Whatever it
idea.
is.
Good idea.
All right, so
Sorry, yes,
what are
I
we
had to do
thinking,
that.
Kincaid? Are we should I cast invisibility on young Ronan?
So
It'd get him three
That'll
quarters of the way
happen
through the
and then
grass, pretty much an hour.
And then, yes, talking to Ronan and telling him, you should go.
So I go into my sack and pull out Juriken's
some kind of
the Lathander
Symbol, yeah.
That was Juriken's. And
I'm happy to do it.
And Kincaid, I asked for a bit of parchment, sir.
Oi.
A bit of parchment and a quill to write. And then I write it and hand it back to Kincaid.
Please burn.
Read it out if you want.
This wait, so you give this to me?
I've given him Juriken's symbol of Lathander.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've given this to you to read out to him because I doubt he can read
Oh,
common.
so I'm.
You're the translator.
Yeah. Okay, Ronan says that this symbol was his father's. Your mission is to get it back to the Koya safely until he returns. It is extremely important to him. Protect it for him. May the Great Mother guide you.
Absolutely. I'll go now. I'll keep it safe with my life. I apologize again. It was foolish of me.
I'll do it, Kincaid. It's
That's fine.
yours. Rather than mine. I'll say this should help you kind of get through the grass, Ronan. Get back to the tribe safely, and I'll kind of shake his hand and cast invisibility on him.
Ooh. Okay.
Lasts for an hour, so
Yeah.
So he looked at what?
quick go.
What did you
Doesn't
do?
last too long.
I'll cast guidance on him. It's concentration for a minute, but hopefully just at least the first thing that he does in grass.
Yeah.
He'll get that D4 on it.
Trips off the cliff. God.
He goes to trip off, and he is just like the lost. He's like readies himself.
Yeah. And Fallon sort of, and be quiet in the grasses. We evaded.
That should hopefully help him be quieter.
We evaded the notice of whatever was in there by being quiet. So off we go, boy. All right.
Giving him an important mission so he doesn't come back.
And he pauses for a second, and then he turns and gives you a big hug, just like a, and then turns back and goes on his way. And it's sort of like out of nowhere, this invisible figure like into you, and then you see the grass part for a second, and then Ronan appears to have left. Valor just breathes a big sigh of relief and... Oh, okay. Now, the dangerous part.
But something.
Is it
Let's get
to
down
the
there.
rest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Kincaid looking at the drying up goblets of bloody phlegm that him and Fowler spat out on the ground over the last hour as we sort of, bandaged our wounds and whatnot.
Yeah.
Brewed a nice pot of coffee.
He's sort of like Druid crafts this small wrapping vine to encircle the two spots of blood, just as like a, framing of the two goblets that have been spat into
During
the dirt.
like the short rest, seeing him do that, can I sort of try and get him to show me how he did that and like try and because it's like
Try and understand.
because thaumaturgy's like kind of thaumaturgy's almost the cleric version of like thaumaturgy is to clerics what druidcraft is to druids sort of thing. So trying to do a similar thing.
Yep. And he sort of,
Does it work?
well, first, close your eyes, sit down. Now, this is something that we teach the young, used to teach the young. This is our method of attempting to learn some of the Great Mother's, some of her blessings.
What did they mind?
In a way. Now, stop talking. You need to clear your mind as much as you can. No, clearer than that. And then he smacks the side of your head.
Well, no, I'm just thinking about the owl.
Did I say quiet? Be quiet.
Then why?
Clear your mind. Do you want to learn? You don't have to.
Yes, I want to learn.
Then shut it.
I look at Kincaid and I go,
I can't see.
This is what
my
you're
eyes are closed.
This is true. He's unaware. He's sort of... All right.
Okay.
Now, focus on your connection. Think specifically of the spot on the back of your neck that connects you with the Great Mother. And focus all of your energy onto it.
Okay, what now?
Well, stop talking, for one. But try and imagine just a small vine in your hand. Hold out your hand like this, and he sort of like grabs your hand and holds it palm face up. Keep your eyes closed. And attempt to, channel that feeling from the back of your neck. Feel it run down your veins. And attempt to, grow it out from your veins. Grow this, just a vine. Start small. You clench less. That's... Okay, make an Arcana check.
Would it be better to have it be like nature than this?
Sure.
Because it's like
Yep. If you like.
nature-y I mean, it's the same. It's a +1 either way. It doesn't really matter.
Either. I can't see that.
Ooh, 17.
Not bad.
Can I guidance that? Like, no speciality guide me in my new magic.
I would say if you try and speak while you do it,
Yeah.
you will fail.
Do I have to hang on? Do I just do that for flavour, or do I actually have to? Yeah, I do have to speak.
Yeah.
So I won't do that.
You think about it, and you think for a second that it's worked. Like you can feel it. Feels this strange snaking sensation that your veins are actually sprouting this like wooden, strange growing
It's
thing.
like pushing the veins out. Sort of.
Yeah, in a way, that's kind of how you liken it to feel. And you open your eyes and look down, and there's nothing in your hand, but he sort of, what did you think you'd? How did it feel? You may talk.
It felt like my veins, like the powder, the blood, my veins was coming out of the palm of my hand.
So when you got your marking, you were bound in a way with the Great Mother. Her power flows through all of us. What you're attempting to do is to, make that come to fruition. Almost literally. You're attempting to take that connection and force it to
Harness it.
harness.
Like
Exactly.
somebody dug channel between, like, into a big river. Now I am trying to push water through that channel, like pump water from big river through that channel.
That's quite accurate, actually.
At the moment, it is just a little trickle, and I'm trying to make it mighty flood.
Exactly. And with practice, it does not happen immediately. Some of our novices, it takes months. But you already have quite prodigious magical talents. It shouldn't take you too long.
It could be interesting, because that is very similar to how we are trying to channel the power of the gods. In this instead of, water running down channel from mighty river, it is like being balanced on scale. You got the power of this, and you have to teach to balance out and let it come.
Similar. But keep working on it. One thing I will say is close your mouth and don't focus on what's coming out. That is going to distract you every time.
That is big difference. Yeah, that is big difference. Lot of when you channel the power of the gods, there is a big focus on, you wrap the power around words of scripture and the teachings. That is a big part of the
way that you make them happen.
You build the scaffold around which you build the magic.
Well, in this situation, it's not so much calling it out into being, it's summoning it through your own body. You're part of the Great Mother in a way. So it's not so much verbal, it's mental.
Interesting.
And so you sort of fart around, but we'll keep that. That was your attempt.
Yeah, that's kind of probably what he does during the short rest. Sits there trying to do that, maybe makes some of the mushrooms that are left over from Finnick quiver a little bit, but probably doesn't really summon.
Yep.
Like a few of the ones that are sort of encrusted on his scales a little bit of like, maybe he's like, I think that one's grown a little bit much bigger, I think.
Yeah.
I think that one was blue before, so
Yeah. Perfect. Anyone else wanted to do anything during the rest?
I mean, I spent it trying to
With the blood.
yeah.
Yep.
The bloodstone.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I only got the thing at the end, so I'll save my spell slots for later. So
Right, so you hand it back to him?
yeah, no, just chuck it in a.
It's like glowing.
Yeah.
Very.
It is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Did it change color when it started glowing, or is it like?
No, it's just more vibrant. But yeah, it never got past that point. It stayed vibrant.
Is it
Just
possible? Because we mainly my blood. Most of the blood was putting me.
probably, I don't know. I did like 7 or 8 points to myself into it the night before, and
Yeah.
there was a little bit before that was.
But I wonder if
and
I did
then
like-
I did another 16 just then, so I
I
feel
did
like it's
3
probably
reckon
majority
Probably
mine.
majority you.
Like,
I did like 3 or 4. I didn't do much.
Yeah.
So it didn't change past your initial great lump of damage, but it feels different to how it felt before. Before it felt inert in a way, and now it feels activated.
Can we do an Arcana check and just feel like if we can feel what kind of magic is emanating from this thing now?
Sure.
I can cast Detect Magic if you want.
I got a 17 if that.
On a 17, like you fix your mind and you're holding it in your hands just at the end of the short rest, and you swear you can feel all schools of magic. It appears that it's in some way connected with all.
Well, I mean, he can't tell me that, so.
Correct.
I mean, I can write.
He can write.
Yeah. I'm kind of imagining you using like the what's it called, like the pommel of the warhammer to like
Write it.
yeah, like in the dirt. Like that's how you're kind of communicating at the moment.
Save part.
Because I don't have infinite parchment.
This is
I mean, I've got
Shit,
I've got a dagger,
Yeah,
so I can just like.
yeah, just scratch it in
Yeah.
the dirt.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And all this time, you're sort of glancing over, and Wolfpine citadel towers. Absolutely. This giant dark behemoth behind you.
Do you reckon what enhance? Spell possible.
I
We'll
reckon
figure out more.
Yeah, I'd
at
say-
long rest tonight.
it's probably worth not putting it back in the.
Yeah, I'm
hold
gonna
on
keep
to
it on
Yeah.
my thing now. Like I'm just gonna put it in one of the pockets that you took.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's not, you know,
Get
fucking
another
big old
dimension, you
beacon.
can't
Yeah,
open
right, you guys.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Because we're about to try to sneak in, I assume.
And also, you might not be able to open it by the short rest, long rest.
Well, yeah,
time.
that too. Yeah. So yeah.
Good thinking. All right. What would you like to do?
Valon, would you be so kind, or can you cast pass that trace again? Is that
Can
would
we
be
head
good?
off towards
Abilities?
Wolfpine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We might scout the entrance and that sort of thing and
Okay.
see what we think.
That would be wise.
Let's step foot in the citadel.
It's still pretty early in the day, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, like we just
Maybe
woke up.
half up. We woke up,
8 a.m.
fight for half or something, and then an hour's rest, and then
So probably early,
Well, realistically, the fight would have been
a couple of seconds.
45 seconds.
All right. So while Phelan's sort of answering you, he sort of, I think, somehow that was the Rubus Curclicue. That would make sense.
Defense mechanism.
It was relatively close to the citadel. It was, if I remember, it was almost like it was a labor of love. It was a mark of someone's respect and their adoration for Orgarum. And it was tended as such. Now, thinking about the location, it's definitely never done that before. But
That's the corruption.
I believe it was over that side of Wolfpine. Sorry, just thinking out loud.
That's right, lol, brick in the ground.
Yeah.
Lolcat. Yeah, well,
Anyway,
it's dead now.
Yeah.
So, well, or
or
part
at
of it's
least
dead
driven
now.
off.
Yeah.
You know, for the moment.
It's probably not that easily managed.
Yes, I feel like they will be back and in greater numbers.
I should hope not. That would be most
Yeah, it's
friendly.
not that it nearly took me out last time. Oh, the left side of my shell may never feel the same poison.
And it has these like gouges in it.
Like pale, like the shell's really dark. And it's these like white, kind of like the underlayers
Yeah.
or whatever. I don't know.
Sort of scratched off the top darkness.
Yeah.
And he sort of, well, the Great Mother will protect our steps. And he closes his eyes and upturns his hands and sort of just like this like settling dampens the sounds that you make and casts Pass Without Trace.
So what did
Could
you
I,
summon an owl?
Yeah, I was going to say, actually, could I summon Hermes just before he does? Yeah. Just so we can go. It's like eight targets, I think. Pass Without a Trace, is it?
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Yeah, then we could throw it on Hermes. So
Yeah, it's a whole
have
bunch of
Hermes
Yeah,
go
yeah, yeah.
ahead.
Beautiful. So stealth roll.
Yep.
Start moving towards old Wolfpine.
32.
Oh.
Wow!
Actually, 32. 15 plus 10 plus 7.
Woo! That's juicy. I like that.
I got 16. Oh wait, it's plus 10, isn't it?
Yeah,
26.
plus 10.
Yeah.
21.
Jeez, that's pretty good with your heavy armor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a flat roll, shouldn't it?
No, disadvantage plus 10. Disadvantage,
Yeah, it's advantage plus 10.
So Pass Without a Trace doesn't give advantage.
Then
It just gives
it's
you the plus 10.
then it's What was my other one? 17. Was my other one a 6 or a 7?
I don't know.
I didn't.
Oh,
Mine
we
is
did
also
not see.
17.
You said 16, so
Yeah, because
That
for
would
some
be a
reason I
6.
thought it advantage, but no, it was disadvantage. So
Yeah.
I got a. It was either 16 or 17.
Okay.
Plus 17 for me.
No, with the plus 10.
Oh, right.
Which is still good.
Yeah, because I got a 12 minus 1 because of my dex.
11.
Plus 10. 21.
Nice. Wow. So yeah, just the fact that you don't really have to think about your footfalls making any noise whatsoever. Varys basically just melts into the shadows. So, what would you like to do?
Let Hermes perch, and I'll just give him a little whisper in the ear. Go scout it out, then find somewhere to roost where you can get a good eye on the entrance inside, and let him go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you roll stealth for Herpes?
Hermes, that is 14, 24, 27.
Nice. 27's good.
Just passes.
Just.
Without a trace. The owl flaps its way over, and is just like absolutely dwarfed by this tree, and finds a small space in the opening in the front. Are you looking through its eyes, or are you just sending it in?
Yeah, I just want him to go in and then land, and then I'll walk into him so I can have a look around.
Okay. So it flaps in, flaps around for a bit, very quietly, and finds a small roost, like a small offshoot up in the corner. And then you sort of get the mental nudge that it's in place.
Yeah, and I'll just put one of my arms around Kincaid and say, steady me for a second, and then, yeah.
And
I like hold you by the head.
It's just carrying my bodies and just
like
noodling
marrying
around.
it, like
I like it.
how tall is Varys?
Like 5'10", 5'11",
Okay.
fairly average.
Elfin
Yeah.
height.
Yeah, so I suppose for Kincaid's
Yeah, it's like your armpit sort of height.
yeah, shoulder kind of.
It's like holding Krillin's hand.
Oh, Krillin.
Big head.
How do we feel about retconning Varys to be kind of just Krillin?
I don't want to be the shittest character besides Yamcha.
To be fair, Krillin is the strongest human being on Earth.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Human being, no specialness, just
Yeah, he's the strongest human being on Earth. He's actually a badass, dude. And must
for a human.
Well,
For a human,
but he
yeah.
does end up with.
he beats the shit out of aliens.
That's pretty good.
That's a good
And
point.
he has a sex robot.
Yeah, he convinced a robot to be attracted to him somehow. I don't know.
It's got that magic dong. It's got 6 little beads on
Yeah,
it.
it's got the dimples down the shaft.
So,
For her pleasure.
Dimpled for her pleasure.
Pretty much.
the perch that you've landed in, you sort of, your consciousness goes into this red hooty owl, deep black with blazing red eyes.
It's like a cockatoo.
Exactly. And looking around, it's a massive chamber. Looks like a grand sort of entryway into the citadel. Now, I'll get you to roll perception just to see the depth of what you're seeing.
19 plus 3, 22.
Nice.
Very nice.
So it does indeed look long abandoned. There's sort of detritus all over the ground, just rotting, mouldering things,
Layer of
unrecognizable.
dust over everything.
Not so much dust.
Dirt.
Yeah, dirt
Blown
and
in from the forest.
yep. The entryway is sort of a twisted mess of vine and bramble and thorn and plant matter. It's almost like it's intentionally blockaded
Okay.
from what you can see, or at least it's grown in a way to stop passage.
Yeah.
So this hall is probably, you got about 60 meters to the back. There are a number of small offshoots. Some are also in a similar fashion, like overgrown in a way that prevents passage.
Yep.
And yeah, that's probably about all you'd see in through the back, so through the exit of this room, straight ahead. You see a twisting stairwell.
Okay.
Looking to go from your angle, you'd probably see that it goes down, but it might also go up.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. No,
And yeah, everything is absolutely natural. So it's all made of wood, all made of vine or...
So, yeah. Well, yeah, I'll just whisper, entries. There's no one waiting for us, but...
While you're holding him. Little mouth.
Yeah, I'm not walking still.
Yeah.
The thorns and brambles might be blocking the door a bit.
What's that?
The thorns and brambles.
Oh, he said.
You say what's that, and he can't hear.
Yeah, no. He says the thorns and brambles might be blocking.
It's like a
Skull.
It's your skull.
It's my
up
skull.
there.
Behind.
Yeah, it's up behind the quill.
What's that, Varus?
Speak to me, my
What's
boy.
that, Varus?
Oh, yeah, just the jaw move.
The prop like
I'm taking it.
What's that, Varus? Oh, okay, he says that the brambles and vines might be blocking the door, but there's nobody there to meet us.
And then, I'll just walk. Well, not walk, but cut back to my body.
okay.
A skull.
So the owl is sort of
Yeah, he's just gonna stay in there.
Just in the eyes.
And he'll ping
What's that,
me.
Varus?
He'll ping me if he sees like any movement.
okay. Yep. On standby.
Alas, poor Varus, I knew him well.
He was a happy chappy.
To be or not to be?
That is the question. Whether it is nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or whether taking up arms against a sea of troubles end them.
And
I don't know the rest of the scene.
that's okay.
I just think of the scene from Billy Madison.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of too.
To die.
To sleep no more. Whether it is nubler
In the mind.
in the mind. That's
Suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or whether taking up arms against a sea of trouble ends them.
all
Is it
right.
better to be unhappy or just kill yourself?
It's
what
better
I'm asking.
to continue. What would you guys like to do?
Continue.
Let's go in.
Yeah, just make our way towards the door.
Alrighty. So as you approach the, it looks like the vines and the thorns, the actual thicket itself is not stationary. It's just got the slightest movement to it. But it looks like, sort of, if you turn and twist a little, some of the bigger of you might be able to get through. It might scratch you a little, but smaller would have no issue. It's not entirely, it's not a solid wall.
Solid.
I'm gonna.
Subtract into your shell and just.
I'm gonna
Follow yourself.
I'll say to the vines, I'll say, peel aside for representatives of the Koya tribe that come to meet within Wolfpine Citadel.
Okay. And in a strange way, they react to you speaking to them, and sort of curl a little. Your passage through would be a little easier now.
Yeah, I'll step on through.
And Fallon's sort of did he just?
That's weird.
I get no sensation of the Great Mother in here.
You must have learned that at the bottom.
Well, I mean, I just figured the fortress would still respect the ancient customs of the land.
Or at least trying to fight back against the
Yeah.
corruption that's within it.
It makes sense.
It was a shot in the dark.
I'm
but
lime.
yeah.
And so Fallon sort of, may I go first? And he sort of squeezes through. I'll get you all to make an acrobatics check as you squeeze through.
Use athletics.
No. Acrobatics.
Kincaid.
Acrobatics because you're trying to deftly
Yeah.
move your body, not forcefully.
Not acrobatic.
Whoa. Appreciate you got me. I'm taking some cuts. So are you.
That's a 3.
13.
Yeah.
7.
What's 20 take away 19?
Oh, gosh.
It's 1.
That's a fancy way of saying I rolled a 1.
7. 3 for Kincaid.
3.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you take no damage, and nor does Falan. You both fairly lithe, and
With the
Graceful.
you know make your way through.
Dexterous.
Yeah. The rest of you take 3 slashing,
boys.
slashing or piercing, just sort of like trying to awkwardly maneuver.
I'll take
And
2
Which
slashing.
will I
one
choose?
Wait, what did you roll?
It's 7.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say your DC would be easier because you're smaller, but that's still trash.
Yeah, it's still rough.
We're all thick boys.
Yeah.
You are all thick boys except for
Thick and
Varys.
chonky.
Yeah.
Some chonk. All right.
Kincaid is built for comfort, not for speed.
And you step inside. You notice just this that smell of decay it permeates like everything in this room.
Oh, smells like home.
Yeah.
I look at Ricky and I'm like,
Ah.
I'm asking if you farted.
I don't know, guys.
I think he wants you to play the drum. But
We're trying to
that's
make
that's good, and I don't know what you're thinking.
All right.
Bong bong, he wants the drum, but bad,
No.
right? Not the drum.
Would you like to forge ahead, Varys?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, just making my way
Like naturally, you are a scout.
Yeah.
Like, this is your bread and butter.
pretty much. Yeah, I'll just start making my way down towards the hallway at the end.
Okay.
Well, actually, yeah. So you said there was like some split offs in this.
Yeah. So as you walk down further, you would be able to, like, your footfalls don't echo. You're very quiet, but thick, solid wooden floor. It appears to be made of the tree. It's not like sawed and planed timbers. It's actually part of the tree.
Yeah.
It's actually a pine, a wolf pine. But as you walk along, there are a few that are, impasses. They appear to be too thickly.
Okay.
I mean, you're welcome to try, but you'd most likely hurt yourself.
Yeah. We can come back to these later.
As the rest of these sort of and they sport little gashes or cuts from spiking themselves.
Yeah.
Would you like to travel left or right, basically? The little hallways seem fairly identical either side of you.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have a quick gander down the left.
I just point at like Hermes and say,
Yeah. I suppose I can send Hermes down the right one.
Okay. Would you like to do which one first?
We'll do the left one first.
Okay. Alrighty. So, seeing that you've come in through the entry hall, off to the left side, it's a sort of narrow corridor, and again, some vines and brambles sort of like take up a portion of the doorway, but not the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And stepping through the archway, it's all just one smooth shape. It's not. It's quite masterfully done. Stepping out to the doorway and peering through, you're obviously being very stealthy. Like, you're not making a damn noise.
Yeah, trying not to. Yeah.
And as you look through, it looks to be, again, the mouldy sort of smell is fairly strong in here. And using your, brain, it looks to be some sort of maybe a feasting hall. Like, it's a fairly long, there are benches arrayed around the room, but long disused.
Yep. Okay.
Up at the head, basically, there is a stepped up sort of table with a fairly ornate wooden throne.
Okay. Well, yeah, I might just squeeze in. And, just slowly make my way towards the throne and that table sort of thing, just to see if there's anything interesting.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's abandoned. Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't abandoned overnight. You can see that there is very little left in this place. The people that once resided here, they didn't leave overnight, so they've had time to...
Pack up.
Yeah, so they've left it as it was. They didn't, like, trash the place or anything like that, but they didn't leave valuable things.
Yeah.
From what you can see, it's fairly stripped.
Alright, yeah. Well, yeah, just a quick look around the room. If there's no other doorways or anything leading out of there, then I'll just head back the way I came.
Make an investigation check. Okay. No, not that you can see.
Okay.
And what are the rest of you doing while he's scouting, by the way?
We just kind of waiting for him to
Tell you what's there.
Slink his
come
way
back
back.
and be like, hey, so, there's a corridor this way, there's a blah, 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 blah.
You say there's stairs at the end?
Yep.
Can I just kind of check them out, see it goes up and down?
It does.
Kind of look up, look down, see how far each way it kind of goes, if I can, or...
Hard to gauge because there are
Twisting staircase.
yeah, twisting staircase. It's not like there's a central well. But make a perception check.
7.
Okay.
I'm rolling 7.
I like tap Kincaid and make pretend like I'm holding something circular and
Coin, yeah.
dropping down the
about
stairway.
that. The only thing I'm thinking of, have you seen the play Fellowship of the Ring when the character Pippin is in the mine and he kicks the skeleton down the well and then they get ambushed by like 8,000 orcs? And they have a cave troll. They do. That is the only
They
thing.
have a cave troll?
I thought of the exact same thing, and I think maybe if once we've done a bit more scouting, if we don't want to go down there, but we want to find out how deep it goes, that's the way to do it. I just don't want to be like, oh, let's find that out and drop coin on something big and nasty's head.
I just go YOLO into the wall.
You okay? Does anything happen when he casts YOLO into the wall?
No.
Okay. Well, that's good.
That was back home we have a saying.
I was thinking he throws like you were gonna say fuck it, I'll throw it
No, that was back home we have a saying YOLO. Or should I go, why?
You see,
yeah, that
Yola.
YOLO. YOLO. YOLO.
Fallon sort of looks up and sees you scratching into the tree, and then he's like, Thoradin. I'll do stage whispers. Thoradin, I wouldn't... Actually, the tree feels dead to me. It doesn't feel alive like the rest of the forest has.
does it feel like that to the rest of us through our koi or anything?
You can sort of close your eyes and expand your senses in a way if you would like to.
I'll do that as to the best of my ability.
And sure enough, all the trees that you were walking around, they have sort of a pulse. There's a spark to them. This one, nothing. It feels like dead, or you're not getting anything from it
I
at
kind
least.
of imagine it in the first X-Men movie where Xavier puts on Cerebro and he's got the thing of, and they're a bunch of them are red, which are the the mutants. That's how I'm picturing it, kind of his consciousness is just going through.
It's more of a lack. There's nothing there.
But that's what it was when we were in the forest, sort of.
Yep. Yes, you're aware of their presence, but in this situation, nothing that you can detect. So either it's no longer part of the forest, or it's dead. One of the two. And Fallon tells you as much.
Yeah.
That is why it's such a heinous crime to fell our trees. They are living. They have memory stored within them, and we can recognize them, and this one is not.
It is dead.
I just stab the dagger into it.
It's reflexive, I'm sorry.
Staff. Nothing.
I look back at Kincaid.
Was
Yeah,
that
just
the-
because the tree is there doesn't mean all the things in it are.
And also the
You drop back on.
and I kind of am looking down and I'm like, there's
You'll sit
no
back down.
central well to drop it down. It's
You have to roll it.
yeah.
Curves around the staircase
Yeah,
all the time.
the stairs are carved so haphazardly.
It's like
if you dropped
Dumbledore's
it, it'd land on a
staircase.
flight eventually.
Would it bounce?
Yeah, but if it hits a
would stop
surface,
bouncing
it
eventually,
pings,
yeah.
right?
Well, yeah, it's going to travel in
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a sort of
true.
straight line, and then it's just going to hit the wall, and then
But this might be the stairs down. I thought it was
Oh, yeah,
meant to be a
maybe.
hard journey.
I mean, depends on the roll, I guess.
Okay, the owl.
yeah,
So your
down the right corridor.
connection to it is not there when you're walking around, yeah?
As long as it's within like 150
Yep.
feet of me, telepathically, it can just kind of tell me things
Yep.
and alert me to stuff, but I don't directly see through it unless
Correct.
I walk in.
Yeah, yeah.
Anything.
So because of the width of this tree, it's hard to even call it a tree. Like something 90 meters wide
Yeah.
is almost classed. It's not so much a tree anymore. It's something else. But the feast hall that you've walked into is quite grand. It's huge.
Yeah.
And you've walked like right down the other
Yeah,
end.
like to come back from the feast hall back to where the
split
thing
sort of
split.
was. Yep.
Yeah.
And in the other direction, are you still sending Hermes, or did you
Yeah, I'll
want to
send
go?
Hermes down the road.
Okay. So the owl sort of flaps its way down, and there is again, like semi sort of blocked passage. I'll get you to make, if you want Hermes to go for it, get you to make a acrobatics with the bird, just to see how it goes getting through. That wasn't on your thing. That was just putting the dice down. I saw it.
It's a bit better.
Yeah,
it was a
it's
natural
10 times better, actually.
It was a 7, was it?
No, the first one
Was it a 1?
It was a 1.
It was a 1.
I saw him put it down. It did
I
not go.
was just looking at him. I don't think he's got any bonus to acrobatics.
That's all right.
Just a +1 from his dex.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, it's 11.
Okay. How much health does it have? It only has one health,
There's
doesn't
one
it?
HP.
Whilst
If it
it's
takes
going
damage,
on,
it dies.
that dares kind of hit me, so just fill me
Go
in.
for it. I will fill you in while you fill my toilet in. In fact, I will wait till he gets back,
Oh,
because, well, the owl just gets nicked.
Right.
Just the tiniest little scratch on its wing, and with only one health,
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And you sort of feel that connection go.
Alright, nice.
Wasn't a high DC, but damn.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. Alright, fuck it, I'll go myself.
Yep. Go for
We're
it.
playing around with the stairs.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll just go down the hallway he just went down.
Yep. All
And
right.
try and squeeze past whatever the fuck
Yeah.
that
So
was.
you make acrobatics.
Yeah. That's 14.
Yeah, that's fine. And you sort of feel, as you squeeze through this doorway, it feels like they move a little in response to you. It's strange, and you think, oh, that's why Hermes just disappeared, because potentially the doorway has shifted a little, as it's like an owl trying to fly through something, something moving potentially, but it is what it is. You squeeze through. Okay.
Oh, you were out there.
Yeah.
Oh.
I went upstairs.
Oh, right.
Break number 2 complete. We're almost at the end of the sesh.
Yeah.
So, you squeeze through the right-hand doorway.
Yeah, what I missed.
Nothing.
No, I paused. Basically, Hermes
Died.
flew through and took a point of
Yeah, you
damage
took
on
one
them.
point of
Yeah,
damage.
yeah.
Just. Yeah. So, yeah. Get some sense later.
Wait, it's poi to summon him, so it's got to be oip. Got to go the other way. Oip. Either way, he oiped.
Yeah, he's gone for now.
He done an oip.
He'll be back later.
He'll be right, poor little guy. So you
Before he does.
you you step through, you like wriggle and twist, and you get
Jiggle and.
jiggle inside us. I have felt like this, but I don't want to ever again. Thank you. You step through, and almost similar to the grand hall of like where they would eat. It's quite a large space, and there are sort of stepped tiers, not all the same height, like the coming down. It's a varied array of platforms, it looks like.
Okay, like sort of going down.
No, just like different heights around
Okay,
the room.
random.
You should be able to reach all of them
Okay, yeah.
from any point, really.
Being able to climb.
But it looks like maybe stylistic or some sort of strange layout.
Yeah.
As you're looking around this, there is a opening in the tree higher up, and it is very slightly lighter than the other rooms.
Okay.
Not much light comes down this way, but you're getting the faintest amount of light.
Okay.
And looking around the place, there appear to be plinths or some sort of
Dais.
mark, some sort of dais, any sort of remembrance.
Okay.
This around the room. Now, a lot of these spots are, overgrown and wild with brambles and thorns, but there are a few that are uncovered.
Okay, can I just go and inspect one?
Sure.
Like, are these like gravestones or something? Or
So,
not that I speak. What is that? Speak, buddy.
Orcish.
We're lucky.
don't you point at me. Alright. Yeah.
Yeah, none of us
Basically,
one in common.
one of the first ones you see, it is not written in common. What languages do you know?
Just common, elvish, and thieves can't.
Okay, you are unable to read it. It looks like some sort of in memoriam, or you're not entirely sure, but you can get from the context of the room.
Yeah.
There's some sort of reverence.
Yeah, it seems to be something like that. All right, well, I'd just like to inspect one of the other ones that's not brambled up and that sort of thing. And
Yep.
if it's all written in, does it look like it's written in the same?
Yeah, the same script,
style?
same hand, same language.
Okay, all right. Well, yeah, little peek around, but then, we'll come back and investigate that thingy later.
Yeah.
It was just general scout.
And you sort of turn, and Fowlan he's like squeezed through the doorway.
It's that thing like where Dwight turns around the office and the girls like, right, fuck.
A little bit. You like
Give that to me.
stifle yourself. And Fowlan, he sort of like signalled to you guys. He didn't just slip away. He signalled that he was going to follow. And he had a fairly intent look on his face.
Yeah.
As he's come through and you sort of turn back to him, you see him approach one with reverence, and he says softly to you, "This is the Hall of Heroes.
So these are
Tribe,
dedications to your fallen warriors.
tribes folk that have done remarkable feats or anything
Not necessarily
like that.
just in combat or anything.
No.
Deeds worthy of veneration.
This
yeah.
is the best baker.
Are you able to...
I can't read any of these.
Okay,
If you could
I can do
translate
so.
one for me.
It is written in Druidic. And he sort of comes up to the first one that you looked at, and he sort of like rubs it tenderly and says, this one was to remember Hallie Fairbranch. She slew a hydra single-handedly
Quite impressive.
to save her tribe. This next one was a creature... Not a creature, sorry. This next one, sorry, I thought that said creature, I'm not sure why. It's been a while since I've read Druidic.
That's alright. Take your time.
This one is to... Oh, this is a family. The Half-Tooth family. This one is for Sirut Half-Tooth. Sirut brought honor to the Half-Tooth family and lost her life in sacrifice to bring the end of Shothrobot.
Which do you think you've talked. Someone's talked.
Yeah, that was the big
right?
war like 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Everyone knows about the war,
Yeah.
basically.
It
Yes.
was Horus, basically.
Yeah. Yep. Sweet.
And comes over to another one, just sort of. This one. I remember hearing of this. Moriga. She was thought lost in the Rubus Curclicue. She was young. And she was found a week later. She had aged 20 years when she came out of the maze. And,
In a week.
yeah, 2 weeks? Something
2
like
weeks.
that.
Still
She'd aged
a lot faster.
beyond her
than you'd
measure.
expect.
None recognized her. And not sure what she survived, but she survived something.
At great cost.
And he sort of goes around the room, and like, there's a few interesting ones, but a lot of them are feats of like hunting or prowess in some way that has provided safety or food or value in some way, which is reminiscent of what they ask you to offer to become one of the tribe. And these are just the greatest deeds that. And there's lots of different tribes that have done these feats. Like, it's not just the half-tooth family who lived here. And yeah, he takes some time and just sort of inspects a few walking around that room.
Okay. How, like, that hole in the roof where there's some light coming through, how high up is the ceiling?
It would probably be maybe 10 meters.
Okay.
So not a huge room, but it's vaulted enough to give some lofty, reverence to this place.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll just see if we can find the room upstairs.
Yep.
But yeah. Well, yeah, I'll just have a quick look around the room.
Yep.
If there's any other doors or whatever.
No, this is sort of
just an
a
incline.
shrine,
Yeah.
in a
But,
way.
Yeah, once over and then, I'll say, we'll head back.
Okay.
No danger here.
Yep. And he sort of, I am sorry that I startled you. Remember this place?
Alan's been here before, yeah.
Yeah.
He would have, like, 10 years ago. So he'd know the layout of...
Not he never spent time here. He had visited Wolfpine, but not
never-
like
yeah.
for an extended period.
Right, okay.
And it appears to have changed a lot since he was here last.
Alright, well, yeah, we'll just head back to the main chamber where these guys
Yep.
are. Near the staircase.
All right.
If I look up, can I see, like, how high up the stairway goes?
No, it's not. There's no clearing in the center.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
basically
just-
you could just see stairs up, stairs down, and that's it.
So it's not like a spirally sort of thing where I can just have a look up and see how high.
It's a spiral, but it's an
Enclosed.
Yeah.
sort of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. So
As opposed to
no
going around the outside edge.
no way of
Up
gauging.
Again, Dumbledore's staircase from the 5th movie.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So Fallon sort of up or down.
Well, yeah. What
assume.
are we feeling,
We're
fellas?
going to the deeps.
Yeah.
Down.
Down.
Yeah.
It seems, unless we kind of.
I want to explore it again.
Yeah, I was gonna say like, and to we kind of. I guess it's like how how many of the secondary objectives do we want to try and hit?
How's
Like,
that
can we
going?
kind of investigate?
Spawning work?
It's an hour-long ritual, and I need 10 gold worth of incense that I don't have.
Right, okay.
I'm
Yeah.
almost like, do we?
I kind of want to go up and just see.
Yeah, I kind of want to go and explore, just see if there's
Because we're
any...
going to go down eventually.
Yeah, we're going down regardless, kind of thing. Like,
Alright.
But, okay, how high up did it
Yeah.
from the outside?
Because I'm also like, we could probably spend days in
Because
here.
it was humongous.
yeah.
I honestly don't mind within reason spending
Yeah,
a bit
some
of time
Like, just checking the
sussing it out, and just especially that like no one's been here that we know of certainly, for years and years and years and years and years. So even if we're not like really having a red hot crack at fixing it or decorrupting it or whatever, even if we just like, hey, no one had been here for 10 years, and we spent like 4 days going, or like even just like 2 days or something going around. We can bring back like more information than any of the shaded have had for like a decade
or more. Yeah,
you know, like
let's say we might find some things of interest or value, and we won't like go over the whole thing with a fine tooth comb or anything, but we'll just
Yep.
have
So
a
you'd
look.
like
Okay,
to...
I'm happy to go up then.
All right. Falan sort of... watch your step, I guess.
We'll take point.
Yep. Yeah, so from outside the edge of the shallows, it was somewhere between like 60 to 100 meters to the forest canopy. So you would estimate somewhere between 60 and 100 meters vertical.
That's not.
It's like 10 stories.
But it wouldn't be all rooms and stuff. It will get thinner slowly up the top.
How high was the ceiling in that hall?
10 meters.
Yeah, so 10 floors essentially.
do we just sort of go level by level until we either find something that's a bit hectic and we decide to turn back, or
I reckon we should
something
do that.
particularly interesting that we want to stay and investigate, or take it
I'll
floor
start
by
walking up to the next floor.
Yep, and it is it's about 10 odd meters vertical height that you gain between floors.
Yeah.
And I'll just give you like a general sum of what you find, and you can tell me what you'd like to investigate. A lot of the chambers are there's rooms. A lot of them are rooms because an entire clan lived within this tree. You do find what would be reminiscent of a chapel, so like a holy sort of space for
Kate is very interested.
for the Great Mother.
Immediately.
So what you notice from coming into this room is that the effigy that the Koya tribe had in the center of their camp, it's reminiscent of that. So the central point was the tribe made the Great Mother some sort of effigy.
Yeah, so the Koya effigy is like their version of kind of making a statue or
Exactly.
whatever idol of the Great Mother.
Yep, just some representation of the Great Mother. Again, long disused throughout this whole time. The floors and walls are, snaked with vines and all sorts of old leaf litter on the ground, just like it's deserted. It's well and truly deserted. The chapel, it doesn't yield anything, but it's an interesting location at least.
Is that just this floor? It's pretty much just a chapel?
Yep. As well as some rooms.
Yep. Super. First floor. I'm gonna go and have a look at the effigy.
Yeah. Just sort of like tracing your finger around it. It seems. It doesn't seem living, like a living vine. So back at the Koya tribe, it was a living thing.
Like a plant almost.
Yeah.
Like,
They shaped
like potpourri, when you shape the plant with like wire and stuff.
Yeah.
So they assume they just did it with
theirs is living, however.
Yeah.
This is not. This is like old,
Dry.
rigid, dry.
Like I'm kind of almost picturing like a wicker statue.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. So it being abandoned, they haven't been able to tend to it.
Do we find anything like interesting around that area, or is it just like
Again, the place wasn't abandoned in a hurry.
Yeah.
Anything of significance they would have taken with them.
Gone with them.
Yeah, cool.
okay? Check the rooms.
Yep.
Kincaid just takes a moment. He kind of like rips just like a strip sort of off, like just at the bottom of his robes or something, and like balls it up and wets it with vodka and just quickly and like wipes like dusts off
Yeah.
the vestment thing and sort of says just something like,
I'm still not sure about you, Great Mother. The whole, I don't know why you don't let your followers use real weapons. That seems so dumb. But I don't know if this was a statue of the Lord of the End. Such gods should not be forgotten. Their holy places should not fall into despair.
Just kind of, as he like just wipes it off
Yep.
with the wet rag.
Some sort of reverence.
Yeah, just a like. I'm still sussing this out, but like.
Yeah.
Take.
You don't
know,
like to see it.
Yeah, like I'm not like, I don't want to be serious. Like I'm not sure I'm ready for that kind of commitment. But like.
Dipping the toe in.
Yeah, like, but yeah.
Yep. Beautiful. So the rest of you just sort of walking around, just
Walking in the other rooms that are.
Yep.
Yeah.
Once over.
And there are a few that aren't, sealed off, that are just, they look to be some sort of residence bedroom, like a living room and some offshoot bedrooms. You go up the next 2 floors and they're mostly blocked off.
Okay.
Up another floor, you come across, it's actually a pool of water. You feel the change in the air before you get to it, and it's got a walking path out to a central pontoon almost in the center of it, and it looks like a spot to sit. And Fallon sort of, this was a point of reflection. We believe the water, it runs through all of the Great Mother's creations, and this was a peaceful place. There's a little bit of like pond scum kind of on the surface of the water. I'll get you all to make a perception check.
Yeah.
7. There's that friggin' number again.
18.
11.
Jeez.
I'm perceptive.
Yes, true. So
Easily distracted. But
you
perceptive.
all sort of walk out onto the pontoon and look into the water. And Kincaid, you notice a small... You notice something in the water. You can't quite make out the shape. It's a little murky.
Something down in the water there. Can't fully make it out. It's a little murky, but see that just to the side over there.
And Fallon's like, oh, it's not deep. It should be a foot, maybe.
Yeah, but it's gross.
I'll just make hands.
Okay.
I was just gonna pull my spear out and like see how deep I can
was
put
just
like
gonna
the
jump
handle in.
It's also a sword.
I mean, you can if you want. It's up to you. You spotted it. You react however you...
Well, yeah, if you want to jump in.
Yeah.
That's what I like to
He
see.
does. I don't like swan diving. It's more like the kind of like sit down and just sort of like
Yeah,
like
feet in
slide
and yep. And
Yep.
it is only about a foot deep.
slide in.
2 wrinkles.
Yeah.
What's the
And so you reach...
Runner.
except instead of like bending over, he just goes like with his feet in. So
Yeah.
that's because the shell isn't flexible, so that's his version of like sitting
Bending.
down. Like the feet just go chunk,
Yeah.
like legs up into the shell.
And you pull out something that's sort of like... You can wring water out of it, so it's sort of soft, but it's...
It's like a chamois.
Like
I
a
can
bag.
prestidigitation dry it if you want.
Yeah, and you turn and Fallon's...
What's this?
Actually, that will work quite well. This is a training tool that we used to use to teach, we'd call them seedlings, our little ones, the Great Mother's power. That's interesting that you
use
found.
these to wash wagons, like your
Ah.
bucket soap and.
Well,
Is that what it is? Yeah, I'm really just picturing like a sponge for washing cars.
you,
one of the
you've
yellow
like
ones.
dried it out, and it's a small, almost like oval sort of shaped. It's like a plush almost. So it's got a bit of squish to it. And he goes on to explain the young would soak it full, and in the same way that I was trying to teach you to summon forth from your own body, they would attempt to sprout from the water maintained within. Just a rudimentary tool for the young, but useful for your attempts nonetheless.
Is it sort of like I'm almost imagining like a stress ball
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
thing? Like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, but it absorbs water. And
So
so,
it's a stress ball made out of like,
Spongy
yeah,
stuff.
sponge kind of material. Yeah, yeah.
It's scrubbed out.
It's a, what are they called? The little like makeup egg.
yes,
things.
yeah.
Are they just called sponges?
Makeup
Makeup sponge?
Yeah.
Them.
Yes. So obviously just long forgotten. Someone's dropped it in the pool and
Yeah.
just not gotten it out.
What is it called? What are these called?
It's just a training. We didn't really have a name for it. It's just something we gave them. You can call it what you would like.
Seed sponge.
Sure. Yeah, there's not much else in this room. It's just a point of reflection for people.
Wait, I'm going to change that because I feel a connection with fungus. So it's a fungus a sponges.
You're a curious being.
Fungus, a spungus.
Fungus.
Fungus sponge. Actually, just fungus sponges.
Gotcha. Beautiful.
Hocus pocus.
Exactly.
So you continue on, and you're getting towards, like, it's fairly steep stairs. Like, you actually have to kind of brace yourself on the wall because the steps are like fairly tight and fairly tall. Ricky has pretty hard going. Like, it's a workout, not built for short legs.
Yeah. Little stumpy legs.
And you get up to a landing, and the stairwell ends, and there is an actual doorway in this one, and it's not grown over.
Okay. That's good. Yeah. Poke my head in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just inspect the doorway. Does it look any different, like in terms
like the arch or like the door.
like anything around it in general? Does it feel different here to
Make an
the rest of it?
investigation.
16.
16. It doesn't feel overgrown with stuff, but that may just be altitude. But no, it seems normal. The door doesn't appear trapped as well. Like you're looking around the
Pop in.
But it doesn't seem as corrupted as the other one that we
No. So you guys sort of file in. It's a fairly spacious room, maybe like 15 meters wide. And there is what looks like a bed frame fit for a king.
Yeah, chief.
Being at the top of the tree, you sort of,
A landing where a king stays.
yeah, it's
King's Landing.
noise. Yes, and you can see you've been inside in the darkness the whole time, and as you push open the doors, it's sort of like, oh gosh, you can see a bit of daylight for the first time in like half a week. You guys have not seen the sun in its entirety, and because you're up closer to the canopy, there is sunlight, and it is blinding. You guys are just like, oh,
How painful.
The shit's up with
and Bella sort of like, oh,
I've got some like sensitivity normally.
this is compounded, and you're sort of,
I'm effectively blind.
yeah. Balance sort of just like, just cover your eyes and look down if you can. Your eyes will adjust. And it's just like, oh, my eyes. And so you sort of like step into the room. Fallon walks across the chamber, and there, like it appears that furniture has been made in this room. It's sort of part of the structure, and it's not something you can remove.
No, yeah,
Like carpet.
Yeah. It's no IKEA flat packs here. And walking to the other end of the room where the light is streaming through, Falan, it just sort of like, you should have a look. He's looking out this window where the light's streaming through. Oh.
Down to the deeps.
Yeah.
Do we see the top of like the trees?
So you'll sort of like
a big.
Yeah.
scoot up, and you can see parts of like you in the canopy. Basically, it's getting a lot thinner up here, so it's about 10 meters wide, not 90. And yeah, it's an incredible view, just like out into the trees for as far as you can see, and then you sort of like peer over the edge, and it's you can't see the bottom. It just ascends into darkness, descends, and it's kind of terrifying.
I like grab Falan and do that little like.
And yeah, as you do it, you feel this like strange gust of wind from behind you, and you're all flung straight out of the window.
Oh my god!
Oh, okay. A reaction featherfall.
So, you just sort of like, whoa, and then you feel this strong gust from behind you. I'll let you all make a quick reaction while you're falling.
How big is the window to put us all through?
It's
like,
a big like.
Massive view.
Is
of
it
the window.
wide? Like, say, like arms length, like how?
Yeah. Like it's a grand sort of like.
So there's no way I can just try like.
You wouldn't be able to reach the edges.
Would
Yeah.
King Case at 6 foot.
If we
What's his span? It's like an 8-foot
6
window.
foot 3, so
So
I
if
don't,
you
I don't know.
And through it in 6 once, so maybe we can hold hands and like
Hold hands and you grab one side and
so you're all sort of like squished in. All right, let me just read the spell.
featherfall.
No.
Oh, the spell that was cast on us.
I think that blew us out the window.
There was something in there with us.
It absolutely was.
What's that?
bloody fell out. Like I wanted to inspect the room at night. He's like, come look at this.
So you all are blown out into like
No
it's
saving throw.
it's strange. No, there's no saving throw.
Oh god.
Just happens.
It's strange that you were like looking down and going, whoa, and then all of a sudden you just feel this push, this shove. And yeah. What would you like to do in the immediate, just like shock of?
Yeah, I just reaction featherfall, all of us.
Okay, so what?
Can you do all of us?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's up.
Who's up to 5 falling creatures?
Perfect.
It's
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
perfect
fine.
amount. And it
Beautiful.
lasts a minute.
Lucky Ronan didn't come with us.
Yeah, a falling creature's rate of descent slows to 60 feet per round, so 10 feet per second, I think.
Yeah.
Until the spell ends. If the creature lands before the spell ends, it takes no fall damage and can land on its feet. Oh, and can land on its feet, and the spell ends.
I calculated how far down we could go last time.
So it's 600, wouldn't it? If it's 600
Yeah.
feet,
Yeah,
per
600
round, and
feet.
it lasts for a minute. So 60 times 10.
Yeah,
So 600
Yeah.
feet down.
yeah, but yeah, there's
We're probably a lot higher.
we're a lot higher.
But even if we're going that slow, maybe does that?
Oh, well,
like,
it gives us time to, like,
Give us time to like.
try and get
You know the scene in like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory where they're like,
Yeah.
so how they're like
Yeah.
sort of going towards.
Busy lifting
yeah.
drink.
Yeah. So we could try like get towards maybe
so
another window.
as you quickly cast this, and all of you feel that inertia like dampen immediately, you sort of turn back and you see a quite a shapely figure, green-skinned female standing in the window, just like looking at you all. Go.
I already used my reaction, otherwise I'd throw a dagger at her goddamn face.
Can I use my reaction to throw a javelin, but use Thunderous Smite just beforehand?
Well, I'm cool.
I don't think it works on ranged attacks.
I think it's any attack. Oh, or is it just melee?
Yeah,
probably
read the
Yeah, I'll
spell,
do
but I'm pretty sure it'll be like, concentration, blah blah blah. Next
Yeah,
time you make
melee.
a melee weapon
Yeah,
attack.
melee.
Okay. Would you still like to throw a javelin?
I mean, might as well just chuck a javelin at him.
Alright. Make an attack roll.
Do I have disadvantage or?
I shouldn't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like, we're stabilized falling.
14.
It's a little bit of a twist and throw, like real quick. 14 doesn't actually hit, and it's sort of just like into the side of the tree.
Two questions. One, did this shove feel like did I actually feel like a
Wait.
hand on my back and a push, or is it more like a big gust of wind
Yeah.
or something like that?
Yeah, it's more wind.
Hold on. Did you ready up what I asked you to last time? The
Calm emotion.
calm emotions. Because I was gonna say you
I
could
didn't-
calm emotions me, and I could go defense right.
Damn it!
No, I didn't.
Can we retcon that he did?
Yeah, we talked about it, and I was like, nah, it's not worth it just for like a minute.
Yeah.
It's worth it for a minute now.
Defenestrate.
Ricky, any
Damn it.
reaction?
Sorry.
Yeah, I'd probably just kind of call out, sorry for disturbing your peace. We didn't know it was still occupied. Yeah.
What does she look like? Like you said,
I mean,
shapely and
we
green
just said
skinned,
green.
but
Yep,
like, so-
humanoid in figure.
But that's what like green skinned in the orcish sense, or in like a dryady, more mossy kind of sense, or like druidy, dryady.
Does it look like
Looks like a half orc, but I'll get you to roll intelligence.
Does it look like Harold?
Could this like be my reaction to like guidance this as I'm like looking at her and kind of reacting, like concentrating my attention on remember or recognize or whatever, guidance it.
Sure.
Ew! Didn't help at all. 7. 2. Rolled a 2, and then 4 on the guidance, and then plus... Oh, wait, history? Or just straight intelligence?
Intelligence.
Just straight intelligence? Yeah, 7.
Looks like a half orc.
Looks like a hobble.
All right,
What does
and so
Caroline do?
he's just sort of in shock. He was kind of at the front because you went like that, and then
Yeah, so he thinks you pushed him.
but you all fell after him. We'll get you. So as you guys are falling from this immense height, you sort of like turn and look down, and you see no bottom.
I've got
To
rope,
where you're
and I've got
falling.
mage hand to pass the rope between us. Like, I just need more time
So it's, what is it? 10 foot
per
per
second, but it's 60 feet per round.
60 feet per
So we can
6
fall
seconds.
600.
Yeah, so it's 10 feet a second.
Yeah, we fall 600 feet safely.
Yeah.
And then
So it's not super slow. Like in 6
Yeah.
seconds, you're still falling at a fair clip, but it's nothing like.
Yeah.
not like
We're not reaching terminal velocity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so as you all softly fall through the canopy and slowly descend into darkness, we'll end the session there.
Fair enough.
Or we just see the lizard.
Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Stay tuned for what happens next. And, I mean, keep your dungeons dragony. Yeah?
And your dragon's dungeony.
Dragon's dungeon.
And bring spare characters next week.
Maybe.
Old Timbo's Poisons might get a run.
Timbo Squeezins is coming in.
No, what was your...
Hey, guys.
Duke Walker. No, Tex Walker. Tex Walker.
Spread herpes.
Oh, yeah.
Spread herpes.
I hope Tex Walker makes it.